I love you guys so much, and I've missed you so much to catch you up on. I'm gonna give it a little while. Hey, Brandon, baby, how you doing? The family is pouring in. Omar in the house. Persian is in the house. Of course, we need Mother Ashley, Mother Steph. I haven't seen Estacia in a while. Let me see who else. I don't see Donald. Father Donald's in the house. We'll give him a moment to arrive on the scene. But that being said, I think we'll get started. First of all, I love you all. I've missed you all. So many updates for the family. Last week's NQ episode should go up on today, pending the internet connection, girl, because I love my mother, honey, but I'm going to need for her to either increase this package or altogether break her contract because, honey, you're paying premium prices for very mediocre service. And I just feel that if the account were in my name, honey, oh, I would have a technician out here. Because, bitch, you're not going to get me. And my mother's cable bill is expensive. And the gag is, girl, she didn't even too much got HBO. So, for the prices, just seems like they seem just a little steep for not having no premium HBO Stars packages available. And then on top of that, girl, the internet connection is a full-on turd, girl. It is a head-on collision. She's not serving me appetizers. She's not even giving me the chips and salsa. You know, at the very minimum, girl, you can serve me chips and salsa. That's what you could do, but you're not going to because you cut corners. You know what I'm saying? These bitches love to cut, girl. They cut corners how they cut cake, girl. You know what I'm saying? Quick and sloppily. And sloppily. Don't you hate when you go to an event and it gets to the dessert or anything that really requires like some type of cutting? And this, you know, it's one thing when it's a personal pie, it's a personal cheesecake, cake, whatever the case may be. But bitch, okay, girl, we're going to need for you to like cut it right. Because if you start it wrong, it's going to start it wrong for everyone. Because if you take too much cake, now everybody got to get less. Then what about those girls? Want to come, and it's like, okay, girl, we get it. It's an open kitchen. Like, just get what you want buffet style. But anybody told you to come and get half the damn bundt cake. Hello? Girls be trying it. Be trying it. Trying it. Yes, I see Donald has arrived on the scene. Yeah, the girls are pouring in. Legendary Brianna is in the house. The girls are rolling through, and I'm here for it, girl. I am completely, totally here for it. Okay, so let me give you guys a quick update as far as my living situation is concerned. I'm not sure, you know, how many of you, I'm sure a lot of the girls, I mean, the family were here, clearly. You know, we talked about this on the last episode of NQ. As far as my initial apartment where I was supposed to be living, excuse me, Hillary Clinton, a lozenge, please. But no, so last time I came, we talked about my living situation as far as where I was supposed to be living, my initial place I was supposed to be living, and how that kind of fell through. Make a long story short, you know, what it boiled down to was I want to stand on my own 2 feet, and the fact that I had to jump through all those hoops at a place that I could live and afford to live there, like that place was within my budget. It definitely was a little bit steeper, but it was within my margin of error, girl. So it's like, the fact of the matter is, you knew everything up front and you wasted my fucking time. But the gag was, you know, first I was bent out of shape about it because I was real upset. Plus, you know, that girl had been talking her shit. So I was like, girl, just wait. Just wait until you see the glow, bitch, because I'm not playing with you, hoe. And so for that to have fallen through, I'm like, see, this bitch put some type of root on me, bitch. She's casting spells like Sabrina. Girl, like Bewitched, girl, up here, you know, whipping up spells and shit. Okay, like she's Paula Deen in the kitchen, girl, whipping up a goddamn one of those diabetic recipes that she likes to make so bad. You know, it's like, girl, anybody got time for all that? So, make a long story short, I was feeling some kind of way that fell through. But then I was like, okay, I don't got time. I don't have time to cry about it. Because my team is waiting for me. You know, they're being patient with me. And so, and don't nobody care. Like, don't nobody got time to hear somebody bitch and moan. So I was like, you know what? All right, I was mad about it. But at the end of the day, it's their fucking loss because I would have been a reliable tenant. I'm all about making sure my bills are paid. On time, auto pay. So it's like, girl, you missed out on that blessing. It's fine though. So I started looking for other places, whatever. And I ended up finding a place that was actually like about $400 cheaper, maybe even like $500. Once I account for like all my other bills. Like maybe about $500 cheaper. It's like, it is a little bit smaller. It's not as luxurious. I will admit that. The other place was a wee bit more luxurious. Like she was definitely serving you full on adult. And, you know, for my first apartment, you know, maybe I should have started a little bit smaller. I mean, and don't get me wrong. It wasn't like it was huge. Because it was still a 1-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? It was still a 1 bed. But I think maybe I had an additional, say, I don't know, 100, 200 square feet. So that actually means something. When you actually lay it out as far as like the layout of your apartment and you take away 200 square feet, you know, you're losing something. So I knew that going into it, but I figured, you know, if I'm not going to go to this place, although I can afford this amount, why not look cheaper? And that's what I did. I was like, girl, fuck that shit. That place fell through. Maybe that's what it was supposed to be. I cried about it, moved on, and now here we are. Hey, baby, how you doing? To all of the boys and girls that are just arriving, Legendary Lincoln, Quinn is in the house. I see the children are pouring through. Welcome back, family. We're in this thing. So, okay. So where was I? Okay. So, you know, I found this place. The thing, I'm going to tell you what the benefits are. The benefits are it's very close to my mother, okay? I think, in general, that's a benefit for me. Not because it's like, oh, she's older and she needs me closer. No, because I actually enjoy my mother. And, you know, I may want her to come over for dinner one night and just say, hey, mommy, what are you doing for dinner? And maybe invite her and her husband. You know what I'm saying? I just like, the people that I like, I want to have them around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them closer to me. Or I want to be closer to them. Hey, Harvey, all the children are pouring through. Harvey, Zach, girl, all the children are pouring through. Chris, all the boys and girls are in the house. All the mothers and fathers. Lady in Green, Mother J is in the house. Like, all of the children are in the house. Okay, but so, anyway, so I saw this place. And, you know, I said, Mommy, you want to come to this apartment? Well, actually, 3 places. There was 3 places that we had lined up. And to be honest, 2 of those places I didn't want to go because I kind of felt like I wanted my decision to be, and this is probably real petty, I will admit. First of all, before I continue on, press 1 if you can hear me and if you're following what I'm saying. I just want to make sure because the mic, I don't have my normal mic because I don't know what happened to my USB cord. I know I'm out of my own shit. So, you know, it's like I don't know where all my stuff is. My clothes are here. My TV's there. Computer, everything is all over the place. So, let me get through this damn story so I can give y'all the fucking update. So anyway, we had 3 places, but the petty in me didn't even want to see 2 of them because 2 of those places, one, my friend, that Mother Ashley, that's who we need. Hey, gorgeous, how you doing, my love? She better come through. Come on through. Girl, look at all these beautiful people up in here. So many beautiful faces, so many beautiful spirits, so many beautiful souls, you know what I'm saying? The soul is the most important part, of course. You know what I'm saying? That spirit is that shield, girl. That shield, girl. It all works together as one. Oh, this is my mother calling. Hey, Mommy. It wasn't an emergency. I was just calling because, you know, I'm doing my live show. And I was just looking for my USB cord. I don't know what I did with it. No, I know. You know what? It wasn't even that. I said, one monkey don't stop no show. So I just, whatever. It's all good. No, it's okay. Don't even worry about it. But I just wanted you, it's not an emergency. I wasn't calling over nothing serious. All right. Love you, Mommy. Drive carefully. Sounds like you drive, so drive carefully, okay? All right. Okay. Bye. All right. Yeah, I see. I can't believe your profile pic is Trisha Paytas. But that's fine, girl. To each their own, girl. To each their own. But anyway, so we were supposed to go to 3, but I didn't want to go to 2 because I wanted the decision to be 100% my own decision. And I kind of wanted, it's like the petty in me was like, I don't want nobody's, like, outside of my mom, I don't want nobody's influence. No one. Like, I don't want nobody telling me, oh, live here, live there. Because my friend, it's just, because sometimes I feel like my friends, they go into this weird protective thing. I don't even call it weird. It's not weird. I don't know what it is. It's just this thing they go into where they start trying to, like, direct my life. And, hey, Alex, baby, how you doing? They go into this thing where they start trying to, like, direct my life where I don't know how to describe it. It's one of them things. Maybe I'll have to come back to it to describe. It's just a feeling. And so I wanted it to just be, thank you, my love. Thank you. I try where I can, how I can, to get along. But in any case, so I just decided that I wanted to go to the one place. And I'm a pretty decisive person with certain things I know. Certain things I know. Girl, if you don't get up off my hotline. Blowing me up. So, having said that, I just wanted the decision to be all my own. I wanted it. Hey, Mother Ashley, yes! I was just saying we need Mother Ashley. Now, if we can get Mother Steph up in here, we'll be right on point. Clint is in the house. Hi, Miss Clint. Yes, legendary Clint. The children are pouring through. So, let's continue with this story. So, we went, as we're pulling in, I was like, wait, are we already to the apartment? Because it was so close to my mom's house. Maybe it was like 4 miles away, 3 miles away, whatever it was. Hey, Sophie, gorgeous James, the girls are here. Oh, God. Well, you know what? Then again, let me stop playing because I'm not using this mic. This mic can handle all that bullshit that I like to do. This mic might actually rupture some shit. So let's not play those games. I started to break out into some Cyndi Lauper and had to realize that, girl, Cyndi Lauper on a Cyndi Lauper day, when this mic is actually talking about something, girl. But on today, girl, it's going to be real Janet. Anytime, dun, dun, any place I still feel love. But anyway, so, girl, I'm so long-winded, girl, but if y'all ever, you've seen my mother, wait until you meet my dad. My parents, when you meet my parents, then you will understand where I get this from. Because what it is, girl, my parents love to talk. And so, it's like, okay. So, but anyway, get it back on point. So, okay, so, we're pulling up and I'm like, oh, we're here already. Now, my mom at first is kind of like, oh, I don't like the way the outside looks. Personally, I can tell what they did to make it look newer, but I actually like it. I don't mind it. Like, they tried to make it look modern, so they painted it like a darker, like, maybe like a gray color. The building is kind of like a gray color. Plus, they have like this wood paneling, you know what I'm saying? Which I think is like cool. I mean, it's like whatever. But it's a gated community, number one. Then also, two, it's a quiet community. It don't got to be too quiet. I just don't want no foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to like, I don't like when I go to like friends' apartments and when you pull up, it'd be like a bunch of people sitting out not talking about nothing. I don't like that type of setup. Like, some people need to be moving. Things need to be happening, like, or no movement at all. It need to be nothing, or people need to be active. But when I just see people sitting around staring and doing all of that, in my lifetime, what I have seen, that normally is not a good sign. So, no, I need you to have a life, bitch. So that's the caveat. Wherever I go, my neighbors they must have a life, and they need to get the fuck out of my space. Like, don't be all up in my midst. You always getting things from Amazon Prime. What's in that box? None of your damn business, bitch. Go back on up in there into 24A. Because why you all up in here? All up in my gumbo. Trying to figure out what you got up in there, crawfish, bitch, and you wanna know what? Now, here's how you can figure it out if I offered you a bowl. But, lo and behold, well, see, I keep wanting to break, y'all lucky I got my mic today. Girl, one time somebody tried to get into a song analogy thing off of me, girl. I said, girl, this is a battle you will lose, girl. So you might want to stand down, girl. Girl, stand down, because bitch, you will not go toe-to-toe with me, girl, because I'm hitting you with every genre. Because she was just giving me, like, girl, she was giving me everything from Janet to Sierra, girl. Like, even within the R&B spectrum, bitch, can you give me something else? Okay, you hit me with Janet, fine, I'll take it. Now, can you hit me up with some SWV, maybe give me some Groove Theory, maybe pop in some Aretha, take it back. But Girl, you going from, oh, around, hear me right slow. Like, okay, girl, that song was kind of cute, though. I will give Sierra that. When that first came out, I said, okay, all right, I'll give it to Sierra. That song was cute to me. Now, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it was mine on that particular day. But at the same time, it's like, but girl, you're not going to do a musical catalog with me, and you can't even come outside of the Jackson trilogy, bitch. You know, you went from Janet, or from Michael to Janet to LaToya, girl. Like, by the time you hit LaToya, it's okay, girls. We gonna just, I'm calling it. I'm the referee, and I'm calling it. We're done here. We're done. What do we have to talk about? This bitch done rolled out LaToya. Like, okay, like you brought her for what? Because I'm bringing Patsy Cline, Selena, girl, Whitney, you know, girl, Marian Anderson, girl, Bessie Smith, bitch, I'm serving you, girl. I'm pouring into you, girl. Like Karen Clark. Like Miss Karen Clark, girl. I'm serving you gospel. I'm serving you all kinds of art. Girl, so these girls cannot take. See, this is why, girl, I need my real Henny. I need my real Henny. Give me some Tony. But you know what? I'm going to calm down because I'm hearing from the audience that the mic cannot take me. And I knew she was not going to be able to take me. And the reason I'm so mad is because today is a turn-up kind of day. But what I have to tell the family on today is going to turn that frown upside down because, bitch, I have my apartment, girl. Got all my shit is solidified, bitch. Soon as my mother comes back, girl, we're going to be setting up my utilities. And I should be in there on the 1st. Bitch, I got my home. So once I get up in there, girl, and we set up shop, it is what the fuck it is, girl. And once we get inside there, girl, Cooking with Q will reside. Girl, I have recipes. I already know what I'm serving you. I'm going to be serving you a legendary gourmet grilled cheese. Girl, she's going to be legendary, girl. She will be sublime hands on time. And, girl, it's going to be on just like that. Just like that. Movie night galore because now I don't got to worry about nobody. You know, hopefully my neighbor will be okay. You know what I'm saying? But I think I want to be hospitable and maybe when I show up, maybe leave this bitch like a plate of cookies. I don't fucking know. I don't even know how I want to handle that. I'm just hoping I got a cool neighbor. But the bottom line is, this shit is going to be lit. And I'm so excited and I can't wait. It's like, right now, I'm just seeing it. Even as I'm sitting here in this kitchen, I'm seeing it. Like, when I get my mic set up and once all my shit, I know where all my stuff is. Because right now, I don't know where all my stuff is. I have the mic, but not the cord. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, once I get settled in and everything kind of gets situated, you guys, I cannot wait to get this thing really popping. These game nights, you know what I'm saying? When we go on and we play League or even these game plays. And I even want to go on and do it on Twitch so that y'all can see in real time. You know what I'm saying? Or to where we can even integrate it and have some of the, you know, I call the family members. We play Grand Theft Auto. We run that shit through Twitch. Sometimes we can do it live. I got to figure it out, though. Once I sit down and kind of figure out how that works, I want to serve these plates to my family. And I'm so proud of the work that we've done here. And I say we because it has been a collective. I could not do it without my team, without my crew. And so I want to thank you all for your continued support here on this platform. This is the reason why when we come here, we stay here for a number of hours because I want to just give all what I feel you give to me. You know what I'm saying? And the most valuable thing that I can give, I think anybody can give honestly, truly, is your time. So that's why it's like, let's sit down and let's really chop this shit up and really key and get at it. You know what I'm saying? Because the bottom line is, you know, for me, and not only just that, but honestly, to be real too, I have genuine love for my team. So for me, it's almost like we're just, girl, in this coffee shop or in this Irish pub, you know what I'm saying, with this, because Irish pub's atmosphere, if you go to the right one, I feel like if you go to the right one, like that has like a dive bar feeling to it, that's, to me, what I feel like we do. Like, we got a nice drink, beverage off to the side. You know, maybe we're in Amsterdam, though, so we can hit this blunt openly. Because I'd like to hit this blunt in a bar. Openly. And, like, have a conversation. You know. And so, but in any case, yeah, you guys, we did it, you guys. And this is only the beginning. This is only the fucking beginning. I'm starting to put ideas together for a CDA, trying to do a music video for her, but I want to kind of keep the theme attached to Dead to Me, a Mother Pat, because I want this particular project, I kind of want to carry the theme through, so you'll see certain things that might pinch through or pepper in, or bleed through rather, through all the videos with this particular body of work. And so I kind of want to do another black and white urban type of thing for either Daily Mail, or what's the other one that I just did? I don't even remember what the other one was. But for the other two, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking maybe like a black and white situation to the other, for the other two, black and white. And then with that CDA, yo, the shit that I'm seeing in my head, though, I'm like, it's kind of like Mother Pat, I gotta reel it in. Because honestly, with that video, I'm seeing on location, Phoenix, Arizona, that dry Arizona heat. I'm seeing her super, like, over the top with, like, angles with, like, drones and shit. And it's like, in my mind, I feel, well, if I save up, I can do that. I would have to get on this plane, but I could do that. And I could go there and I can get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, that shit would be so lit. Like, and let's speak it into existence right now. Because remember, we were talking about Mother Pat and we brought that shit into reality. So I'm already claiming it. I'm already seeing it. I'm already, like, getting visuals together. And I want it to be, like, ratchet but classy. Like, I want that shit to be so refined and so polished. But I want it to be, like, think, what's the movie? Think Mad Max meets, oh, I'm saying it, but I'm trying to think of the name. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's take her name out and let's put Mad Max, Diana Ross. Of course, my flavor needs to be the majority flavor. But I want it to be like glam, but grunge and dirty. But like, I'm going to put it together. You feel me? Y'all know I don't play. I'm going to put it together and I'm going to represent for my team. You know what I'm saying? One of my things, what I also would like to do is to put Phoenix on the map, no team. You said I had you on Mad Max? Yes! She said, baby, you had me on Mad Max. I'm telling you, like, I'm saying it, bitch. Like, I'm talking about with the hair. Like, I'm going to do, like, some kooky shit with my hair. But it need to look fly, though. It need to be fly. Let's slow it up. It needs to be fly. I don't want no corny shit. I don't want no character bullshit. I want it to feel organic, and I want that shit to be like, oh, I don't even want to go into it, because I get so excited. Heavy metal and reflective, I have to go back and see what that era of her music was serving. Because honestly, I don't even know what her visuals were serving. I just know the songs that I liked from that period. As far as her aesthetic or her imagery, I don't really know. I know that she does. I know her super long weave is a big part of her brand. And then I know that sometimes she can get goofy with her costumes on stage. At least when I actually was looking into her, I remember her with her very action figure type of costumes and, you know, but I don't know. It might have some resemblances depending. I'd have to go back and see what it served. But she's not someone I think about when I think about where I want to take it. She doesn't come to mind. And I don't say that in a shady way. We might be on similar wavelengths, but that's just by mistake. Let me see. You said, sweetie, I'm in Arizona and my father has these drones. Yes. Well, Persian girl, no tea. We might have to make it happen. We'll just have to see how things unravel. But let me see. Please bring, oh, yes. You know what, and Zach, that's a good suggestion. I'm trying to scroll up so that I can see what some of the girls. And I want to thank all the children that congratulated me. And I know those of you that didn't were thinking it, so it's no shade. I love you down. It's all love. We're doing this together. We're rising together. And, you know, my main goal is to, number one, keep the family that we have currently together and to grow the family out. Continue to water the seeds and grow that shit. And like I said, with me not having anybody to really answer to, I can work as much as I want. And I don't have, like, for instance, right now, I'm kind of on a timetable because my mom, you know, this is the one day since I've been here that there's nobody in the house. My mother's friend I think she went back to Phoenix for the holiday. My sister, her daughter, and her boyfriend are gone. They were here for the holiday. And my mother and her husband were at his house so that this house would have more room. So everybody went back to Jersey, Phoenix, or wherever, and my mother is still at the other house. So she's like, oh, I can give you time to do the show. My thing is, I don't want nobody to have to make accommodations for me to work. what I am so excited about is I can work whenever I feel inspired, plus keep my schedule that I have. But suppose, okay, we did a live show on Saturday. We might spin back around because with some of the things that I want to do, that'll kind of allow me to punch in occasionally, even when it's not the main live show. You get what I'm saying? So on some of the things where we're going to add them on the tier, we'll be able to do more of that. But the thing is, I won't have to worry about, oh, is such and such sleeping? Oh, okay, am I being too loud? Oh, I'm cussing and I don't want to cuss in front of my mother. Oh, I'm uncomfortable. No. Oh, yeah, mi madre is married now. She is married now. And, you know, having been here for some time, hey, gorgeous Mariah, mother girl, come through. My Thanksgiving, I will say, was cute because my sister did throw down. And it's just so funny because I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm going to be real, raw, and real with y'all. I mean, to be honest, that's what we always do, no shade. But I'm going to just tell y'all, like, some real tea right here. So, all right. With my family in general, it's like I love my family, but I don't really like a lot of my family. Because I feel as though, number one, I feel like they take me for granted. Let's start with that. Oh, yeah, I didn't tell the children. I thought I can't. We talk about so much family that I guess maybe I thought I talked about it and I didn't. I'm sorry if I not mentioned this. She's been married for a little while now. Like, I don't know, like a month and some change, or maybe 2 months. I don't even know. Like, it's been some time now. It's been some time. But what was I even saying? Dag, what was I talking about? My sister. Okay, so with her, so it's not just her, but she's just one of the people, and because she came here is the only reason why this applies. So I don't think my sister, she may have a different opinion of this. You know what I'm saying? So this is just my own personal account. She may feel differently, and that's her right. But, you know, my position is she was not nice to me growing up, and she's older than me. So you were an adult when I was a kid, like when I was a young teenager, if you will. Because I think she might have been, I don't even know, like if she's in her 40s now, maybe she was in her, when I was 13 and whatever, maybe she might have been early 20s, I don't know. But in any case, she was not nice to me, really, at all. I felt that maybe she loved me, but that she just hated that I was gay. Or that maybe it wasn't even that I was gay, because we have other gay family members. Maybe she hated that it felt so blatant or in your face. And so she was not nice to me, you know. Hey, Davion, baby, what's going on? How's your partner? But yes, so I think she loved me. I just think she didn't really like how I was. They got along with my brothers. They just didn't get along with me because I was the one that was the different one. You know what I mean? Just little things that would happen, but that's fine. We don't have to go deep into it. It's just, she was not nice to me. She definitely got her Miss Tina Lawson on, for sure. And you wanna know what? Honestly, I thought I talked about this, but apparently I didn't. You know what? If I haven't talked about this, I'll have to sit down on a different time to really go into it. Because initially I was not happy with the way she did it. But then, at the end of the day, that's my mother. And ultimately, even if she's making a bad decision, and this extends to only select few people in my life. Because everyone does not have that right. And even with my mom, there are certain caveats to it. Because if she starts to do something that is harming me, at that point, if you're not getting it, then I have to walk away. And I would encourage anybody who's in any toxic relationship, whether it's a parent or not, to walk away if, in fact, you're being abused. You know what I mean? But by the grace of God, that's not the case. And I couldn't tell you what the case was because I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Girl, I forgot what the hell I was talking about. I was talking about something. Oh, her being married. But what about? Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I was talking about my sister. How I pivoted or segued into my mom, I couldn't tell you. But in any case, whatever. The point is, with my sister, you know, okay, so remember when I was in college, I won that competition, and with that, I got to open up for Algebra and Lloyd and Sammy and a number of other girls, can't remember all who. Do y'all remember that? That was a while ago. I don't blame you if you don't, because that was honestly a while ago. You said he's good. We at work. Just had to catch it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that, my love. Don't get in trouble. You feel me? But you remember that? Okay. Well, cool. Yeah. Okay. So I did this thing where I won, and okay, as a result of me winning. And what was so annoying about that is they didn't want me to win, clearly, because the person who they wanted to win, they still let him perform after me, even though I won. So what was the point of making this a contest? What it was is you thought I was a faggot, and you thought we were in an urban area, and so as a result of us being in an urban area, girl, it wasn't going to be my demographic. But see, the girl who worked there, who was working at the register, she was a student, but somehow she worked at the registrar or some kind of way, student government, I don't know what it was, but she wanted me to do the competition. And she said, I'm going to put you on last, because she believed that I would turn. She thought that I was going to turn it out. And so, you said, and she didn't come. You told us, wait, what? Girl. Oh, that I didn't go to the wedding? Okay, maybe I'm confused, girl. I don't know what's going on. Oh, you're talking about the performance that I told you that she didn't come to. Okay, so you remember that then. Okay, maybe I'm getting lost in the sauce. Because now, see, that's the reason why I try not to read the comments until I finish the train of thought. Because then sometimes I'll get into the conversation at a different point. And then I'll be like, totally. I'm not tipsy, not yet, girl. Not yet. Not yet. But I will. I do have a blunt waiting, an after show blunt waiting for me. Because honestly, what I've been doing, and then I'll get back to my story. Let me finish this train of thought, then I'll get back. What I've been doing is just smoking and meditating and really just looking at my floor plan. That's what I was doing with that other apartment complex, which what she doesn't know is I'm going to make a legendary main channel video for her in my new place as soon as I get up in there, girl. And so thank you so much for giving me the material to roast your ass on YouTube, Phylicia Rashad, because I am going to come for your wig or the wig you're going to need. Girl, how about I snatch you bald and come with the wig in hand just so that, you know, you better come through with this midday cocktail. Yeah, but you know, just to come through, because I'm not going to snatch your weave and not come with a bundle just to get you right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will bring a bundle. I don't know if these girls, because if I had to snatch you bald, bitch, I don't think much of you. Not if I have to snatch you bald. Snatch you up and snatching you bald is a little bit different. Snatch you bald is complete total disrespect. Demolition. Snatching you up could be like, girl, get your, like, just kind of trying to put you on the right path. So, you know, like Lisa Left Eye Lopez. But, you know, I just don't know with these girls sometimes, because at the end of the day, I feel like they try it with the girls that come in there trying to, like, be professional. I was professional with her. But I just think I think ultimately what it came down to was they looked me up. I think they looked me up, I'm telling you, because one minute everything was on point. How can I be approved? And now all of a sudden, all these issues. You're telling me I'm approved. Everything looks great. This. And then next thing I know, it's like I'm basically being told I'm out. And then when I basically had to beg you to get up in there, that's what kills me. When I can afford to live there, I'm begging to give you money. I'm begging to move in and give you my hard-earned money. I have to beg you to do that. So she hit me with, what did she say? She said, well, here's what we might could do. We could get you with a guarantor. I said, and initially when she said it, I was like, okay. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, I didn't talk too much shit about this apartment. I'm talking too much shit. Girl, whatever we need to make it go through. So now it's coming from like a place of desperation. It was putting me in a very bad place. Because then I wasn't doing it 100% on my own because I needed a guarantor. So now it's like I'm having to depend on someone else yet again for me on some shit that I want to do on my own. So, but at first I was like, yeah. Okay. And then she was like, now the guarantor, you better come through Fireball on the motherfucking rocks. Lincoln said, bitch, girl, hold on, girl. Because you thought I was going to get fancy with you and be gone for 30 minutes, bitch. No, man, no God. Girl, it's going to be a Fireball on the rocks. And, you know, I feel like Lincoln is so fancy. I can see him. It's one of two. I can see him at the lounge. Just one moment. Just 1 second. Okay, I'll be right back with you. Okay. Yes. Can I get that Fireball on the rock, shaken, not stirred? Thank you so much. Continue. Just real quick and smooth, just like that. Either we're at the lounge or we're on the beach. Now, if we're on the beach, it's a little bit of a different vibe that I'm getting. I'm getting more of a mellow, with woody midtones. Not fucking around with y'all, but nah. So but yeah. So once I had some time to really think about what she said and what I was like doing, it just made me feel sick. Like, why am I begging to live somewhere when I can afford to, like, first of all, if I can afford to live here, I can afford to live a lot of other places. Because what I was going to pay there, most people aren't trying to pay. So it's like, if I was willing to do that, why not go somewhere cheaper and then be in a place where they want me there? Where they're like trying to get me to like live there. Because she, to me, just was real. Once they made their decision, it was not returning my calls, my email, to the point to where I had to call up there. I sent you an email. It's like, and so anyway, this new place, I got in on my own name. My money on its own was enough. My name, my money, my credit on its own was enough, no guarantor. So I don't care if I lost 200 square feet because, bitch, just to say it's in my name was worth the space that I lost. Plus, it's just one person. Now, to be grand, a shoe closet, bitch, I didn't even know about that shoe closet until I got there at that other place. So it's almost like, okay, well, bitch, you wasn't even expecting a shoe closet. Get over it. It's like it's vanity. It would have been nice, but I can live without a shoe closet. So this, what I'm talking about, is more what I should be talking about for my first starting apartment. You know what I'm saying? I already am on, like, between IKEA, Urban Outfitters, what do we got? IKEA, Urban Outfitters, Ashley's, Rooms to Go, Mattress USA, or whatever the hell that company is. I have so much. It's going to take me like 6 months to really get that place how I want. She got me, first of all, oh my God, it's such a blessing that other place did not take me. It's just crazy to me. Let me tell you guys the benefits real quick, right? First of all, I'm supposed to be in there on the 1st. I may not be there literally on the 1st because I don't want to be living there until my cable and internet is set up. So if the cable can be there on the 1st, I'll be there on the 1st. Yeah, I was thinking, like, I want to make sure I have some furniture too. So I'm just thinking, like, it just depends. I'll have my keys on the 1st. Let's put it like this. I have my keys on the 1st, but I may be there on the 3rd or something like that. As far as living there, because I don't want to be there without a couch. I already have a nice TV. I need a nice couch and I need my bed. And I think a desk and like some kitchenware. Now, as I'm adding this shit up, the ticket is just going. When you first move in, that's when it's the most expensive because you got to buy all this miscellaneous shit. You know what I'm saying? But I would say 6 or 7 months in, that's when the real fun shit starts to happen. Like, I can bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, 7 months into it, I'll have all the necessities. Really, maybe before then. Honestly, I would say 4 months. But just to give us some wiggle room, let's say 7 months. But 7 months in there, I'm going to be so, like, good up in there. Everything's going to be nice and pretty for y'all. It's going to be pretty for me. The animals are going to be well adjusted. But let me real quick tell you why it's such a blessing. And this is what I'm going to say to the family here on today. The reason how I know everything happens for a reason, and even if it looks bad, it don't matter, because let me explain to you something. I was heartbroken when that first apartment fell through how it did. Even when I thought that it was mine already, the way she was telling it to me, oh, you've been approved. Now I'm up here, oh yeah, I'm going to be in Buckhead, it's going to be this, that, and the fourth, and now you got me in these streets looking crazy, because you already got this nigga out here talking about I'm lying, or that I'm homeless, or whatever he was saying. So now you already got that, and now on top of that, it fell through, and so of course it's gonna make me look crazy, because now it's like, it fell. You know how the girls like to carry hair in Atlanta, but the thing about it is, I'm not those girls, and I don't carry like that, bitch. If I said it fell through, it fell through. I don't have to lie about it, because bitch, when I was living with my mother, did I ever try to paint the room and say, hey guys, welcome to my apartment, when I'm still living at home? There's a number of ways I could have gagged the children if I was trying to serve you a plate of grandeur. Bitch, the shit that I am saying I have it. So that was the part that was really annoying about that. But then the whole thing is, it's all about perception. It don't matter if I'm telling the truth, because now it's like, I think my team, and ultimately, I don't think the girls give a fuck. It's so petty that I don't think the girls give a fuck. I think that y'all were living for the fact that it was like, yes, bitch, glow up. But then it's like, it's still a glow up, because it's still my own place and it's still cute. But it's just, it's glow up junior. We're not glow up senior. But matter of fact, I'm tired of this glow up, bitch. It's more like, it's not even that I'm tired of the glow up. It's like, we can glow up, But now it's like Saiyan, Super Saiyan. I'm wanting to glow up. I want to glow up, blow up. Bitch, I want to explode, bitch. We talking firecrackers, bitch. I'm talking about full on nuke, atom bomb, bitch. Like vaporization of all things. Like I'm trying to come through and snatch again, you know, because I realize that sometimes when you're, you know, people come to my salon, they ask, in how many ways can you snatch me? I say, girl, in all ways. and not only all ways, bitch, but always. You get what I'm saying? Girl, around the clock, girl. And I take walk-ins. I do walk-ins. I do prefer appointment, but I will take a walk-in. You know? And when you sit in my chair, girl, just trust and believe. There will not be a follicle left. And some of the girls don't believe me because they're like, well, girl, but I got a fade. How are you going to snatch me? I got a fade. Girl, you can catch this fade. Okay, girl, any day of the week. Let me grow up. Because, see, that's me. Now I'm reverting back to my younger self. But, see, that's the thing about it. I realized that as you get older, girl, you still are the same person. That child, when you were a child, it's like, so you want to try to be the best person you can be at all stages. Because what I'm realizing is you still are that person. So don't think, oh, I'm in my 20s, let me be horrible now, and then I'll get better in my 30s. No. Be a good person. Be a good person, period. You know what I'm saying? But it's like occasionally you can turn into petty, especially when it's like lightweight petty. I don't like real pettiness. I like lightweight, key petty. I don't like when it get too nasty up in here. You know, these girls want to get too nasty up in here. I'm like, okay, girl. Because, see, bitch, you going to make me say something to you, and then you're going to be wanting to fight. That's what the girls don't realize. I swear to God, in my life, when I have like a read-off, it don't ever, I'm thinking maybe 8 times out of 10. No, I'll give it a 7. Let's give it a 7.5. 7.5. 7.5 times out of 10, when the girls get into a debate with me, they end up wanting to fight me. They don't like me. Oh, I don't like that bitch no more. You know, somehow they don't like me. You know, all of a sudden, you know, I'm relentless. I'm combative, you know, I'm all these things. But girl, it only happened out that way, bitch, when you couldn't take what I was saying to you, girl. And I know that it's you, bitch, because I know that I say everything with love. And so, girl, if you couldn't take, bitch, you couldn't take. But if you can't take it, that means you just can't receive love, girl. And that's the reason why when you see these girls in these relationships, look at how they are. My thing is, my whole conversation with it is, bitch, that's why I had to walk away. Within our own circle of friends, one time someone said to us, I don't know if I ever talked about this, but someone said to us, oh, because he was talking about, my ex was telling our mutual friend, oh, yeah, he washed my hair in the shower. I'm not trying to be vulgar here, I'm just trying to make a quick point. But he said, oh, we took a shower together and he washed my hair and it was so romantic and I was kind of like, girl, okay, all right. I don't really talk about that kind of stuff in general, but, you know, he went there. And so the friend was like, oh my God, y'all are so perfect. I said, okay, now I got to stop you there. Please don't put that on me. I don't do that shit. I don't like that shit. There's enough pretenders out here. We don't need another one. My relationship was by no stretch of the imagination perfect. And I never pretended that it was perfect. And if I had to listen to my first voice, which is what a lot of the girls don't do, then either we would have waited, because we waited 3 months before we even started talking about we're even dating. It was like 3 months of me even before I even considered you to be dating. You know what I'm saying? You better come on. You better come on. We ain't down. I can't even break in how I want to break in. I feel like we're double dutching and I can't even break in how I want. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, now he done dropped the hot potato and he picked the hot potato up, but I can't even pick the hot potato up because I don't got no mittens. I don't have my mittens. You know what I'm saying? But in any case, you guys, I feel like we done talked about 6 or 7 different conversations. I don't even know what the story initially was. I'm thinking I was talking about that apartment. Well, okay, I was. So I don't know all the nuances in between because that was a lot of shit we were talking about. And if we can remember, or if you guys bring it back to me, I'll bring it full circle. However, here's what I do want to say to the family on today. I know sometimes shit will pop off and it looks bad, right? But let me tell you something. When that shit went to the left, I felt what I felt. So I allowed myself to be angry about it because I was fucking angry. Oh my God. How much money did I waste waiting for that? I was angry about it, right? But then I said, I've come so far. I'm not going to allow that to like take away the fruits of my labor. You're not going to do that to me. The devil is a lie, girl. Whatever you believe, the jinn, Satan, whatever, bad spirits, bad energy, you're not going to do it to me today. And so I was angry. And then I started right there in that little room that I'm normally in while I'm here. Started in that little room, and I just started back on Zillow. Okay, let me go back on Zillow, bitch. Back on Zillow. And now that I've done one apartment, I'm like, okay, I kind of know what I want. So I'm thinking now that I'm starting from scratch, I kind of know what I want. So I thought I want to be closer to home. That got checked off. Having lived with my mother or coming back with my mother this brief moment, Felice loves that backyard. So I said, I want an area where maybe they have a dog park. This place has a dog park that they're building within the complex. The girl liked me, right? So she said, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to put you, because we have 2 doors, a front door and a back door. So she said, I'm going to put you right here where when you open up your door, it opens into the dog park. They're building a dog spa so you can take your dog and wash the dog. The other place did not have that. They didn't have that. They had more amenities for me, but the reality was I didn't really need all those amenities. To me, this is more of a necessity so that she can stretch her legs so that she can get that exercise. You know what I'm saying? So it's closer to the city. It's in a historic area, kind of. So it's like, it's closer to the city. It's closer to my mom. It's good for the animals because now they're going to be out of that room. But for Felice, she's going to be able to go to that dog park. Let her get about an hour in a day. You know, they have a little fitness center. It's smaller. It doesn't really have as much equipment as I'm used to, but I can get over that. It's not a big deal to me because I'll do my cardio there. And if I want to do heavy lifting, I can get a membership somewhere. But it has way more pros. Then the community, they do a lot of like community stuff where they do wine tasting for the community, for the not just for the, I'm not talking about the complex, but just the area. So you said your children about, yeah. I'm definitely trying to give them a better life than Tamaya had, especially. You know what I'm saying? I think that would make her happy to see that, okay, now finally, because really there were always restrictions because with Tamaya, when she was here, you know, she was so, her spirit was just so all over the place that she could not be contained. And I understand that because I feel like I'm that way as well. You know what I'm saying? But the problem with it is because she was a dog, she could not be all throughout the neighborhood. It's dangerous for her to other people. They don't know. I know she's not a threat to them unless they're coming after her. But, you know, okay, go ahead. Do your shopping, my love. Drive carefully, okay? Get you something nice. Get you something on sale. And I know it's crazy right about now, all these sales going on. So don't get into no craziness. Dealing with people like these department stores. These girls be losing their damn lives. That's why I be shopping online half the time. But see, with online, you be having to have patience. Because you be like, because when you go to the store, you can get it right away. You know, but you get something online unless you're on like Amazon Prime. But even with Amazon Prime, girl, you're still waiting 2 days. And one time I did on Amazon, but I did day of. And girl, that shit got lost in translation. Girl, the whole product altogether got lost and never arrived at my doorstep. So I ended up waiting longer than if I would have just did the 2 days. But they did rectify the situation. They did send me the product. So, you know, but it got lost in commute, you know. But in any case, what the hell was I saying? Oh, yeah, so, but with the thing that I'm really excited about is that kitchen. I'm really excited about my kitchen. That's another thing. So when we went on the tour, I was mapping out. One thing that I am sad about, though, I'm sad that I'm going to lose my desk. It's just that my mom wants me to try to get my desk in there. But like I told her, it's not, I want my desk. But I would rather donate it to a new business that's just opening up. And then them have a nice desk up in there that they don't have to pay for. Rather than me to just throw it away, number one. Or number two, try to put it in my apartment. It's not going to work. It would have worked at that other place that I was going. It's not going to work here because it's too big. And although it's a pretty desk, it's so professional. It's so amazing. Ugh, makes me sick sometimes. But, I mean, the only thing I could even think to do would be to put it in storage and then just pay storage. But then it's like, that's another expense. Because there's a lot of equipment that I'm like, I mean, I guess I could put my equipment in storage. I guess I never even thought about that until this moment right here, to be honest. Hey, Bianca Gorgeous. Yeah. I actually have to, I'm going to ask my mom about that. Would that even make sense to do that? Because it's not even like, I mean, it wasn't cheap equipment, but it wasn't like it was $10,000 lights and $30,000. You know, it's not like it's that. But at the same time, I worked hard for that. And I was so proud of that desk. I set it up. I paid for it myself. I set it up myself. Had my shows running in the background. Oh, baby, them Cooking with Q's is fixing to be lit because let me tell you something else. Speaking of Cooking with Q. So she asked me before we even started the tour, she asked me, she said, is there anything specifically that you need? Now, I saw multiple different units that they had. The only one I was interested in was the one that kind of had an island in the kitchen. It's not an island. It's more like a peninsula. That's maybe more what it is. But what I liked was that there was nothing obstructing the camera. Nothing. And in fact, there's kind of a little cubby to where I can do a multi-camera setup to, girl, like Mother Mariah just said, it's fixing to be lit. Because there's a space off to the side that I can put another camera so that you can see what my hands are doing while I have my other camera capturing what I'm talking about. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. My stove, the appliances are updated. I have a nice deep sink. Like, I cannot wait to show you guys. Like, I'm so proud of it. And in my heart, I'm thinking, it's just going to look better. It's going to look so pretty on camera. And it's going to look so good. Like, to me, I just want it to look good. I want you to feel like you're in my home. I'm cooking for, let me cater to you. You. I want to cater to you. Girl, I'm going to cater to you. So, when I hit you up a style like Lou Cantrell with these Cooking with Q, it's going to be so lit. And even when I do Dining with Q, because I will be hitting you with Dining with Q. Because I saw you drop that time, I'm going to hit you with Dining with Q, Cooking with Q. Because maybe what we can do is, this camera is so lucky I can't hit these notes. But Celine, it's all coming back to me now, and it's hitting me all at once, like Whitney. Because, darling, you send me. Darling, you send me. Darling, you do. Okay, so hold on. Let me tell you how I just figured this shit out. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do Cooking with Q like we normally do it, the traditional way how we do it. However, what we're going to do is where Cooking with Q ends, Dining with Q begins. And then once we finish the episode, it spins into Dining with Q, which is a totally different thing. It's like, all right, girls, we've had this plate. It's been lovely, girl. Catch me over on this next episode of Dining with Q. And girl, now we actually enjoy the plate of food. That way, it's like we're getting two birds with one stone. And then that way, it's a totally different episode, so I don't feel like it's dragging out. So maybe Cooking with Q might be 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what I'm cooking. And then that'll be one episode. And then maybe Dining with Q will be 30 minutes to an hour, to where I can just sit and chill and talk about the food, the ingredients, whatever we want to talk about. And you know what? Yes, oh my God. Here's another thing. My mom, I was talking about my sister, and I just remembered why I was talking about her. But anyway, I'll get back to that if I remember. But my mom was like, you have hella cabinet space up in here. And what I was saying, I'm just like so excited about getting back to this Cooking with Q, because one thing that I wanted to do when I lived in my other apartment with my ex, I wanted to buy, every time we would go to Best Buy, we would go past different things. A popcorn machine, an ice cream machine, fucking hot dog griller machine, like different things, different ways to make food. Crock pots. Now at this point I'm going off. It's not just Best Buy at this point. I'm thinking of other places and other things. But a crock pot, I go online and I see different people cook with certain pans that I've never seen or pans that I forgot about. And I think all this space that I'm going to have to put all my gizmos and gadgets aplenty, I'll have places to put them to where it doesn't look trashy and where it's not just a bunch of shit on my counters. It'll be clean and pretty. And then it's like some episodes I may make homemade cookies. Homemade ice cream again, but this time we have a real ice cream shaker, or ice cream maker rather. Ice cream shaker, girl, come through. I'm gonna make something that'll be cute when I pan back to it. But okay, popcorn machine. With that popcorn, we could do kettle corn. We can do caramel corn, cheddar corn. Like there's so many. I'm just thinking of all the variations of things we can do. You know what I'm saying? We can do one thing that I want to do, and I want to do it the right way because I think I did it one time on Cooking with Q, but I didn't have all the proper accoutrement. So I want to do like a rump roast. But what I want to do, and girl, I want her to soak all the bell peppers, all the onions, a little bit of garlic. I might throw in some parsley just for the antioxidants. Not really a big parsley girl, but I might throw in some parsley just for the antioxidants. And girl, we're gonna let her soak the way she needs to soak. Cause see, now that it's, hey baby, how you doing, my love? What's poppin'? Come on through. Come on through. But, so, because I'll be living on my own, here's one of the things I cannot wait to experience. I don't have to share my fridge. So I can decorate her how I want, put things how I want, and then I can eat it how I want, as fast or as slow as I want. And I can put a roast in there, let her soak however long I need to let her soak. And then when we do the show, how I want to do is pull that roast apart so it's nice and stringy. But I want to finish her off in Coca-Cola. That's a New Orleans recipe that I learned when I was in California, working at this place. I think I may have mentioned it once before, or maybe twice. Who knows, girl? 3 times a lady, Lionel. I mean, what you want? But, I learned the recipe. And so it's so good. Those Coca-Cola sliders were so good. And although the flavor was on point when I did it on Cooking with Q before, I think I did that on Cooking with Q. The problem was not the flavor, it was the texture. So we got to do that again. Also, I need to do another episode of Cooking with Q where I make another ice cream because I think I have a better recipe now. And so I want to do another one, but this time we'll give you something more decadent. Something different. I'm not even going to tell you what it is right now. But it will be, I might. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. Girl, why wait? Why wait? Girl, I want to serve you a legendary New York strawberry cheesecake ice cream. Girl, have it taste a real, girl, I want it to taste like when you taste the spoonful, I want it to be like, bitch, how much you spent on this? $30? Like, I want it to taste rich. I want it to melt in your mouth. Maybe you could even put some shortbread cake off to the side. Just put you a scoop and maybe warm up that cake. How about that? How about we warm it up? And what we'll try to do is see if we can get some low sodium cake. Girl, we gotta be health conscious somewhere along the line. But, see if we can find some, or better still, I can make some shortbread cake. Hello. It is Cooking with Q after all. I figured just to kind of cut some of the time, we could just get the cake. But no, I can make that cake. I can make that cake. But maybe if we're doing New York cherry cheesecake, I'm thinking, you guys, what might be, I want it to be pretty and complimentary. I'm thinking maybe like a decadent. I'm seeing chocolate, but I'm not understanding how. I haven't quite figured out how I want to merge that world, but I will. And I'm going to. Although no one touched it but me. Wait, what? Oh, you said I made banana pudding for the first time. They said, girl, they tried it. They could have tried it. They could have took a spoonful of your pudding. Girl, I poured my heart into this pudding, girl. You can at least try it. Now, girl, now, if the pudding is tried, girl, and if it's disrespectful, now, did it look a turd? Because now, let me stop. How did it look? Because, girl, I'm not going to lie. If the food don't look right, it don't look right. You know what I mean? You said, are you in the kitchen where you shot? You know what? You better come through. Wow. I am. Wow. I am exactly. Where I did Alex in Wonderland, where I did Waffle Face Salon, where I did that Candy video that everybody thinks somehow I'm still attached to. Like, bitch, y'all give Candy too much power. Y'all give her way too much power. Like, you really think I'm still sitting here 30 years later, like, Candy, you didn't work with me. Like, okay, I'm gonna give a fuck. Because, girl, she worked with a multitude of other girls that didn't do anything. And you know what? I think that her being with Xscape is probably good for a lot of girls musically, just because I feel like it's kind of, whether I like her or don't, historically, she did, that group, they did do a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to give it up to her there, but just independently and just the artist who she has worked with. Where's Miss Lawrence, girl? Where's she? Because I saw her at the club one day, and just in the same tired-ass fashions as the last time I saw her in 2008, or whenever it was that I saw you last, it's like them same tired-ass fashions. See, that's how you know a true visionary. Mix it up, change it up still. But, and yet, it's still that same Coco Cabana, you know, who was it? Nathan Lane, Robin Williams. Was it Robin Williams, I'm thinking? Girl, with all the furl, you know, maybe I would see her beauty if she wouldn't have been so nasty when I met her. I think for me, I already didn't like her fashions, but maybe if she were nice, I would overlook it. You know, I feel like there are people who, like, let's just say Andre Leon Talley or even EJ. Is that his name? Magic Johnson's son? I don't particularly like their aesthetic. I'm just going to be real. I don't. It doesn't appeal to me. Now, that don't mean shit. Do what you do. At the same time, if I ever met EJ and he was cool, then it would, over time, then again, it wouldn't even be over time. It would just be, you know, I like him. I don't care how he look. Then I'm over it. But just when I don't know you at a distance, it's like, girl, it's absurd. Who was I talking? Was I saying Candy was? I don't even remember who I was talking about, girl. Because I'm just thinking about how, girl, this lotion really makes your hands feel like satin. But you got to use like half the bottle before you start to feel the results. That's the reason why it's 50% off. Girl, I got this from a cheap-ass hair supply right here in the area. $6.99, and then it's also 50% off, girl. So it can't be that great. It can't be that great. The aesthetic is predictable. Yeah. Yeah. It's like with Miss Lawrence, well, with that whole thing, with Derek J and Miss Lawrence, I feel like, okay, in the beginning, it was like, oh, this is different. But it's not even just saying change it, but freshen it up. Just step it up. Like, I just feel like step it up. Because, like, even with me, with my hair, I'm already spinning my wheels on different ideas. I had this one idea that I pitched. I should have just went on ahead and just did it, and I may still do it whenever I get around to it. But I had this sickening idea in my head where I kind of want to, like, style my hair and, like, cut a sickening bob into it. But it's going to be my hair, and it's going to be locks. But I'm going to, like, cut a bob into it and kind of, like, it'll be, like, shoulder length still. So I'll still have length with it, but towards the back, it'll be more layered. And then, you know, I feel like, to me, that could be, like, sickening. If I did it right. And I would cut my own hair because I don't trust nobody else to cut my hair. So I would be in the mirror looking at it, styling and cutting like Edward Scissorhands. And we would have to see if I were going to do that. But then, but even before I cut it, there's so many other things that I want to experiment with that aren't going to be damaging. Like, I want to, well, I'm not going to spoil it. Oh, Dwight Eubanks. She's another one. She's another one who's predictable, as someone said in the audience. Predictable. Because I feel like you see her and you see exactly what you saw when the show first started, season 1, with Dwight, with her nose. And, you know, I mean, her face may have changed because, you know, she stayed going under the knife. But, so, I mean, we first got to locate her. Do we even know where she is? I mean, she be standing right in front of your face. Where is she? Call time. Okay, it's around that time. Can we get Miss Eubanks? Can anybody locate Miss Eubanks? And this bitch is sitting right here directly ahead of you. That's what happens. But see, I wouldn't even have ridden off into the sunset on this bitch had she, like Birdman, put a little respect on my name. Because, bitch, I was trying to uplift your funky ass. And bitch, I was trying to give you a little bit of love, girl, just a wee bit. And girl, you weren't going to allow that to happen, girl. So when you decided you wanted to pinch me out of the event, girl, I was simply going to pinch that nose a little further. And I was going to let you have it. Because, bitch, no man, but God, you are not going to come for me for no goddamn reason when I'm trying to shower you with a camera and give you an opportunity to further expand your brand. I was simply trying to do unto others as I would have them do unto me. But girl, you got on my camera, cut it to full, and girl, you looked a turd. And ultimately, girl, the gag was, bitch, I still sat over you because you had me put out of the event just so that I could come back and sit amongst Neil Long, Chris Rock, and their crew, and all the legendary executive girls, front row at your event, girl. So you weren't even the head bitch of your own thing. So that just goes to show how irrelevant you really were, bitch. Had you just allowed me to love on you, then you could have probably, I'm not saying it would have changed his career, but it would have been some positive press. It would have been something positive because I wasn't going to ask him anything that was going to make him look crazy. I'm not that girl. I'm not here to do that. Like, I'm not here to embarrass people. I'm not here to have someone come on my show and then be asking them all kind of crazy questions. I want to have fun with my interviews and with my guests, and I want them to feel safe and comfortable. So he was just being a bitch because he was a bitch. And so, again, another queen who she thought, oh, the girls love me, and look at that. They like me. But, bitch, she got right there and then stopped right there. She was like, okay, I'm going to just stick with what I know. They loved it. They love that I'm a queen and that I'm over the top. And so that's all he gives you. It's just like drama, theatrics, messiness. Like his whole vibe just reeks of like messy. Like, oh. I mean, in the beginning, it was funny to me until I realized you're really like this. You're one of those girls that probably never got attention. Clearly, you're very insecure. I'm not going to say that if you got plastic surgery, you're insecure. But I will say, when you are a person that is a chronic plastic surgery enthusiast, gets under the knife every 2 to, I would say 3 to 6 years. Let's open up that window. 3 to 6 years, you're altering something else. That is when I feel like it's an insecurity. Sure. And even, and you know what? I take that back. Let me take that back. I think we're all insecure in different ways. But that's it. But most people know how to cope with their insecurities. Most people know how to learn to make those insecurities work for them, or they go and seek help to better themselves in that area. And then you have those people who are insecure, and rather than do the work to either learn to love it or at least learn to work around it, they just want to cut their way through it. And I'm not even mad at that. Like, get a nose job if you want a nose job, but don't be trying to run away from who you are, because even when that nose change, when you see what you see, all those problems still look the same. So you may have changed the nose, but if what's paining you is you were with the man who you thought loved you and then he cheated on you, if that's what's paining you, you got to deal with that first. But instead, what you decided was, oh, what it is I don't look pretty enough. So when I get this nose and this face settles in, watch. Then you'll see what everyone's, it's like everything what you're looking for is external. And again, like Lauryn Hill told you, how you gonna win when you ain't right within? It starts from inside. And these girls just be wanting to cut themselves up before they even take a look around. Before you start knocking shit down, can you even see if the house need work? And if it do need work, what it need? You just knocking shit down whichever which way. Like, because even, here's the thing too. You know what? It's not even just so much so diagnosing the problem too. I would even say, you got to diagnose the problem, but then beyond that, we now have to take some time to put a plan together to figure out what the fuck we want to do. But see, what it is these girls will know they need to do something, but then they do anything. Bitch, just because I told you to move don't mean move to the left. Move to the left mean you in the street, you got hit. I'm saying, you know you need to move. But just take some time to breathe and calculate those steps. You feel me? Calculate those steps a little bit so that you can kind of project. You might not even still land on the target exactly. But the goal, at least in my mind, the goal is to the best of your ability, calculate a situation for yourself to where you can get as close to that mark as possible. Now, if you don't land on that mark, that's not even the end of the world. It just means you don't want to put yourself in a predicament where you're going backwards. So you first got to know, okay, you know, because let's just say, for instance, I'll give you an example. Let's just say from me to you is forward. From me to this wall is backwards, right? Now, suppose I told you I needed to carry what? I need to carry 10 30-pound weights in a wagon. From me to you. Now, you would just say, well, okay, it will be easier to use the wagon. Because, you know, and just move forward with the wagon. It'd be easier. It has the wheels, you know, all that weight is the wheels. Now, what if I told you, okay, so now you got the wagon, and I got all these weights that I got to bring to you. And we know that from me to you is moving forward, but now there's a huge fucking mountain in between. That kind of shakes shit up a little bit, doesn't it? It's not the same conversation anymore. I can still get from me to you, but it's now, see how we just added that element? Before there was a clear path. But in life, it's not going to be that way. So people ought to factor in a mountain first so that they can plan around that mountain and figure a way how they're gonna successfully get from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it. This apartment, prime example, that apartment, you know, my whole thing was I wanted to be independent and I wanted to live on my own. And I felt really bad about myself when I'm up here like feeling like I have to beg to live somewhere that I can afford to live. And then when the whole guarantor thing happened, the whole thing. And initially it felt like I was losing. And I couldn't understand why, because I'm thinking, why is this happening when I feel like I'm a good person? I try to do the right thing. It was the right thing for me to leave. I took the kids, you know, because I thought it would be better for everyone, for the other two animals and for my two animals that I have, to just have two parents that are not like annoyed with each other all the time or upset with each other or arguing or whatever, bickering, whatever. And so it seems like, I feel like I am trying to do the right thing and I'm being punished for it. It's what it felt like. But then it's like I let myself feel, and that's the thing, I'll never tell you not to feel what you really feel. Like, feel what you feel because you're human. So feel it. But you don't want to dwell in that, because I felt it. I was so angry and I was like, I cannot believe how much money have I lost, spent, you know, going to and from Uber here and there. It just was so much. And, but then I said, okay, moving on. Once I got to a point, I said, moving on. Because I'm not going to let that one place keep me from my independence. So I moved on. So, you know, I don't know how we got onto this whole conversation, to be honest. But, I mean, while I'm on the topic, I just kind of feel like that's the whole thing, you guys. We got to hold on. You know, I'm going to be real with you. I never thought that I would be in a position to do what I'm doing today. You understand? Today. Never thought I would be in this position. And it's just crazy to me. I mean, I just think like 3 years back, it's just crazy. It's so, I'm proud of the young man back then, but I'm also sad for him too. It's like I feel a lot of ways about the person I used to be. It's like I'm proud of that person because he was tough, but then I'm also sad for him to a certain extent because I missed a lot. Because I was always so protective over myself. Like, because you have to think, you know, my family wasn't the greatest outside of like a select few. When we came to Georgia, my community did not celebrate me or make me feel special. It was to the contrary. So it was like, and it was interesting because in all of that, I never lost myself. Like, I always have been a creative person, a social person. Somehow, it was like I felt like I was always smuggling somebody. It just always felt like somehow I was always able to, like, maneuver, you know, and not... And, I mean, I got stopped, obviously, but somehow I survived it. I don't know how. But when I look back to how it was, especially when I hear how, like, all the different suicides today, I think, how did I get through what I was dealing with? Because the shit I was dealing with was my entire community, and it was years of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, let me be clear, I'm not trying to mitigate anyone's problems. Let's be very clear. I'm just saying, when I think about it out loud, I'll be thinking, I don't even know what it was, but I'll tell you what I think it was. I think it was my art that saved me. I think it was my creativity that saved me. Because, see, I was able to kind of, it was like a defense mechanism to me because nobody could ever hurt me by taking something away from me. You know, people would try to hurt me. I remember different trips that you can't go on this trip. Why? You can't go. This was around the time that I came out the closet. You know what I'm saying? You can't go on the trip. But it was all good because I used to do comic strips. I think my mom has a few of them somewhere. She's like, oh, I'm keeping all your art because it's going to be worth something one day. She has like a whole archive of all my art dating back to like 92 or some shit all the way to like, who knows. But yeah, you know, they would do little things like that but it will be okay because I'm like, girl, okay. Like, I'm behind on my comic strip anyhow. Yeah, like they wanted to hurt me so bad. But my art, like I had things, like I played with dolls, a lot of Barbie dolls and shit. And through that, like I had storylines, like I didn't need them the way they thought I did. And so when I got away from that, I only became stronger. But what was interesting was, it was like I left one torment and hopped into another torment. Because although I had left that community, they were still attached to me in different ways because my mother, even now, is still a Muslim. And so occasionally she will be in that with those people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even mad at her for that. It is what it is. Because, I mean, there's no way for her to get around it. You know what I'm saying? And it would just be too difficult because it wasn't just the Atlanta Muslim community. It really was a thing where it just spread to all the major masjids in like the metro. It was a big thing. It was just like this thing, you know. Now, the level of importance probably varied. You know, as you spread further out, it probably was less important. But I remember one time I went from one masjid to another, they knew who I was. So how you think how that happened? But that's fine. So anyway, make a long story short, the whole conversation is I feel like right now, this next chapter that I'm about to enter, this is about to be, and I'm claiming it, no matter how it looks, no matter what happens. These upcoming years are going to be the best years of my life. Because I feel like finally, there's no chains. There's no chains. And like right now, I feel like a refugee. And it's like, this is the end of the movie for this particular film. And now we're going to the sequel. Or to a whole new film altogether. Because I feel like once I leave my mother's home into my own home, it's all full circle. As far as I am an independent adult. Something I never thought I would do. Because YouTube did not pay me. They paid me peanuts. Peanuts, man. And the biggest check I ever got off of YouTube, well, one check I got off of them was huge, only because, for whatever reason, they were holding my money. So it was like months and months, or however long they were holding it for, of checks that they were, for whatever reason, refusing to give me. So that was a nice check. And then I got, one time when I was in LA, I got a check from them. Maybe it was like $12.50. There's something about that number. I find that I keep hearing that number in my life. $12.50. And so anyway, I lost my train of thought. I know I was talking about the apartment some kind of way. $12.50. Oh, no, I wasn't talking about the apartment. Or maybe I was, but I was talking about YouTube just then. Yeah, so that was the biggest check that I ever made from YouTube. Ever. Without it being like an accumulation of money. It was, as far as one check, that was the biggest one. Now, some people that I know who do YouTube are millionaires doing YouTube. So when you start talking about $12.50, that's a drop in the bucket. That's nothing. It was something for me, but earning $12.50 a month in Atlanta would not afford me where I want to live, even in Atlanta. So it's not going to afford me, or let me take that back. It could, but it will be hard. But I found a place. We'll get back on that. But in LA, forget about it. I had a roommate. My last month there, I had a roommate. My portion of the rent. And that's what I hated so bad about it. Because I had a little money saved, but I had just gotten this big check. And then I ended up moving in with this girl for 1 month, who was a TV producer or something she was doing with TV, where she was on these Cake Boss or some type of shit. But anyway, so what annoyed me about it was the first big check I got from YouTube, my entire check went to my rent. Because my rent, I got paid $12.50, my rent was $12.50. My half of the rent. So it was $12.50 for me, $12.50 for her. That's too much. That's too much for rent. If I'm paying that price, I may as well get a house. I may as well save for a house and get a house. Because I'm not paying nobody that much money for a fucking apartment. Apartment is supposed to be the more convenient, less expensive option. And it's becoming the other way around. It's cheaper to get you a house than to get a fucking apartment. But I'm not ready for a house yet. I need to first live on my own first to even see what that's like. And to be able to do that successfully for a year. See how I live on my own for a year. But anyway, so I'm saying all this to say, you guys, let me just get to the point because I'm dragging it out. But the only reason I'm dragging it out is to really accentuate the point that, you know, it's weird because I always believed that I would make it. But then at the same time, I didn't believe that I would make it. Because it's almost like you feel crazy. You almost start to feel that you feel crazy. And you almost have to feel crazy. I mean, especially in entertainment. Crazy in the healthy sense. Not like some of these lunatics in Hollywood. But crazy in that, although 30 people said no, maybe the 31st will say yes. To me, there's a level of insanity required to do that. And I think, hey baby, how you doing? You caught the show. Yes, you did. We have a few of the family that made it a little bit late. Brohim, I think, or Ibrahim. Girl, is it Ibrahim or is it Brohim? Did you play with your name? Or, let me not, because I ain't trying to sit up here and start no shit. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh girl, people used to call me that in school and I hated it. I don't want to start no shit or trigger no shit. Okay. That was the cute way to write that. Okay. I just didn't want to start no shit. I was like, girl. And you know, a few other girls came in late, you know, but that's fine. Cause you know what I'm saying? This is not supposed to stress you out at all. You know, we're live and we're going to post the show when we get around to it. But if you come late to the show, so what? You're here now. And while you're here, we're going to love on you while you're here, while the show is going on. And then you'll catch the next show. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we do things. And one thing about it, things that you love and things that bring you joy shouldn't stress you out. And that's kind of where I'm trying to get in my life. Because when I get into my own place, my work is not going to stress me out. Because I'm going to set my apartment up to where that shit's going to be so bomb, so dope, so beautiful. I'm going to feel so much joy and peace and serenity anytime I come to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing of it is, I already love the work that I do. Now I love the space that I'm doing it in. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, I love the work, I love the people, now I love the space. Like, it's just so, I'm so excited to really just like step these cookies up for my team. Because, I mean, the thing about it is, I feel like this is my time. I feel like Mother Pat, even though it's not doing the numbers how I wanted it to do, it's doing what it needs to do. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. You guys already know about the record label situation. But that video is doing what it needs to do. So it's like, as long as we keep the momentum, it's like, this is my time. This is our time. This is it. Like, I feel like this is it. Q, I've been watching for years, and I'm finally a patron. Wow. Well, welcome to the family, number one. Start there. Of course, as you know, there's so much material. Take your time to go through it all. You know what I'm saying? There's over a year's worth of material. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And it's only going to increase, especially now that, you know, now that I got my own place, I can't even believe it. I don't even think I'm going to believe it until I get my keys. But even that is going to take some getting used to. It almost makes me to cry a little bit because I'm like, I can't believe it. It's really shocking to me. It's like, I think it'll be real when I'm moved in, I have all my things in the space, and then whoever helps me move in, once they walk out the door, and that door shuts, and I lock it behind them, and I'm the only one, then, I don't know, it's just crazy. It's bananas, because, you know, let me tell you, this Indian guy, my Uber, this is funny. So I had this Indian dude. I liked him, but he was saying some racially insensitive stuff that I don't think he meant it in a negative way. But I'm like, oh, girl, you're not, okay, girl. And I did correct him, but I could tell he didn't get it, but that was okay. That was okay. But there were some things we talked about that I thought, I'm buzzing to get started with. Girl, listen, I can't wait for you to dive into all the material and all the new stuff. I'm talking about the stuff that's coming from now moving forward. Like right now, we're sitting in my mom's kitchen. It don't really look like nothing. It's just me on the wall because all my mom's friends' stuff is all over the kitchen. So it's not really pretty. I'm trying to I'd rather no background playing than to have it looking crazy. Or at least it need to look like it does to an extent look organized, but it's just a lot going on. But in any case, in my apartment, I wanted to go into what connected with me. And you'll see it when I get there. And that's going to be soon because I'm supposed to be there on the 1st. So, of course, the families, I'm going to do a little tour without giving too much away because sometimes I get a little weird about shit like that where you be showing your house and shit. So I got to see what I feel comfortable with. But it's not the majority. It's just every so often, you get a crazy person. So you still have to plan for the occasional planters. Because there's always a peanut in the gallery. But, it's kind of for me, I'm just ready to literally and figuratively serve you these plates. I'm just excited. I'm just excited. And what's so exciting to me about it is, I know y'all know that I'm going to give you 110%, but y'all have no idea. I'm about to go so hard for my team. I'm just itching to get back to work. I'm just ready. When I tell you, if my mom were going on a schedule and if my mic were right, first of all, I think when I get into the home and all the cable and internet is running, we might have to do a marathon. I mean, we may have to do a live show and then a movie night. I mean, let's be clear. Let me see how I feel. Because it will be a process getting everything right where it needs to be. However, I'm thinking I'm going to do a pizza party. I know it's online, but girl, who gives a fuck? Girl, let's do a live show. Maybe we go into a fucking movie night. I don't got nobody bothering with me. I don't got nobody telling me, oh, it's getting a little bit loud, or I'm just getting off of work. Would you mind moving into this room or that room or that room or this room? Oh, yeah, Pursue Acuity is still on the docket. She is still my own. Here's my main thing. And maybe I'll even just bring it to the House of Parliament and see what the children think. But here's what I'm thinking. How I want to suit it is I want it to be more like a morning inspiration thing. I want to get in the habit to the best of my ability. I wake up early, but I want to do things early. What do I mean by that? In general, I feel that as a person, I feel better when my day starts early. So when I wake up and I start working, when I wake up and I'm getting errands done, I find that my mood is just better. Anytime I look at my list and I have things done. And so I said all that to simply say, there's 2 points I was going to make, and now I don't remember how I got away from the other point. Okay, whatever. Let me segue back to this point, and then we'll get back to that one if I don't forget. What I want to do is Pursue Acuity, what I'm thinking I may do now I see where I was going, but I'll get back to it. With the shows, what we do, the table read, NQ, etc. My question is, we kind of already incorporate some Pursue Acuity type stuff. What I'm wondering is, okay, so should but then again, okay, this is the tricky part, and this is why it takes time to plan this shit out. Because then you run into this type of shit, and y'all know me. I'm the type of bitch where it's it gotta make sense. And if it doesn't, girl, let's trash it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But this is the conundrum. The conundrum is this. If, in fact, I want the shows to be organic. So if we're kikiing 1 minute and then we go into some spiritual shit the next minute, I don't want to feel oh no, we can't go there because we need to save this for Pursue Acuity. Y'all see what I'm saying? So the question is, with Pursue Acuity, I want it to be more like a morning thing. Now I'm back on it. I want it to be more of a morning thing. Because for me, I know how I respond to mornings. Now, of course, because all the shows will be recorded, even if you miss the show, or suppose your morning is different from my morning, you may be waking up as I'm going to bed. You can always put that Pursue Acuity episode, that morning inspiration episode on. What I really wanted to do is, whether you're going to work or whether you're just waking up and you're off, whatever. When I'm having my breakfast and making whatever I'm making to get my day started, whether it's 30 minutes or just an hour, I want to kind of just like pump all the children up. Like, today is your day. You got this. And whatever the issue that we'll be talking about, sometimes there may not be an issue. But whatever the issue is, we may be talking about self-esteem one time. We may be talking about confidence. We may be talking about relationships, whatever. But I want to talk about it in a way that invigorates you and makes you feel like, okay, today you starting right. You know what I'm saying? That, to me, is important to add to the platform, because for me, I want it to be entertaining, but I want people to actually walk away with something that's valuable. As far as, this helped me, like this bullshit ass job that I'm working temporarily, because I'm going to say, for all the girls that are not working the job that you like, you may not know it yet, but I'm going to call that, I'm claiming it for you, that job is temporary. Because if you don't love it, it's temporary. But, you know, what I would like to do is to kind of uplift your mood as you walk into this temporary situation. And so that's what that's going to be. And that's how I want to, whatever it's going to take to, because here's how, as far as I think about my audience, even as far as how I'm decorating my home, I need to love it too when I'm not working, but I need it to look beautiful for my audience. When we're doing the morning inspirations, I want that lighting. I want all of it to just feel welcoming and warm. And I want it, it's something about people who put thought into what you're seeing. And so I just wanted to relax you and to get you started, just to get you started. And that's where we're going with that. I'm over here with a master's, and you want to know what? And again, another temporary situation, but we're going to get you right. Because like I said, my whole thing is, this is entertainment, but I want all my girls to win. All my girls should be paid. All my girls should be making money. All my girls should be happy. We all deserve that. Now, I can't outline to you what that path is for you. That's something that is couture. There's only one. There's only you can decide and determine how that's going to look, how that gown is going to look. But as far as how you procure the material, how you do this, how you do that, you know what I'm saying? The type of energy that you might need to go into it. I want to inspire the girls to, I can do this. Give a fuck about who told you couldn't do it. You can do it. And like I said, the blessing in me having all those upsets and failures and people talking bad about me and whatever, the great thing about all of that is now I can say without hesitation that you can do it. Because in my case, I felt like I have failed many times while the world was watching. I may not be a celebrity, but I have a platform. And I have failed many times on said platform. And I never stopped, even when I wanted to. Because we all have that flame somewhere within ourselves that lets us know we still have more to do. And so I never gave up even when I wanted to. I was poor, you know what I'm saying? But see, that's the reason why now it's like all the stars are in alignment. Because see, I was doing this shit even when I wasn't making money for it. Because YouTube, first they didn't pay me at all. Then when they decided to pay me, they held my money. Then after they held my money, they paid me peanuts on the dollar. But I did it anyway because I loved the work and I loved the girls. And every year that I would do it, I would just see, wait a minute, like this is really, I always knew that I wanted to do something within the arts. And it's so funny because I was having this conversation the other day. And it's just crazy to me because for me, so much happened to get me here. And the things that I was so mad about when they initially occurred throughout my life are the things that make me the person I am today. If I had not gone through all what I had gone through, I could have still gone on YouTube and something would have been missing. See what I'm saying? Sometimes that pain that we feel is a reminder of all the blessings that we have. And I hate, and it sucks that sometimes we get that reminder in that way, in that form. But it is what it is. I'm learning. Slowly, but surely. You know, that, you know, things are going to happen when they're going to happen and how they're going to happen. And when they do, you do the best with what it is that you've been given. But we can do it. What the question is are you willing to put in the time, the effort? That's the hard part, and that's the part that, you know, that people, you know, it was a situation too. And I get it. That's the thing. I get it because I wanted to quit many a times, but I could never let myself do it because I just felt like this, if I quit now, I feel like next month could be, it was like a lottery ticket. Every week, my time is coming because I love this. And why shouldn't I do it? That's how I used to feel like, why do I not get these opportunities? But see, then what happened was I realized where I went wrong right from the start of my conversation was I kept looking for other people to appraise me, to tell me, you got it, kid. Yep, there's something there. That's where the problem was. Because the moment, and when I say the moment, I mean the moment I made a decision, a conscious decision. When I watched The Secret and then I was driving to work that day, and I said to myself, I'm talking out loud in my car, going to pass I said, I hate this job. I asked for this job and I thank you for giving it to me. But now I want something different. I'm so thankful I recorded that video so I can live in that moment. Like, that's the truth. That card, all of that is the truth. And from that time to where I am now, all I've been doing is trusting in the process. It's scary though, you guys. And it's not for wimps. It's not for girls that are faint of heart. Because it's not, you see a lot of shit where you be feeling like it's unfair. And then just with that, you be wanting to be done with it. Because it's almost like, you know, you create shit, don't get put on. People study your work, mimic you, and then get put on for what you brought to the table. It could be hurtful. And if you ain't smart about it, and if you're not careful, you become bitter about it. And I never wanted to become bitter. I used it as material. When I put it into the song, The Source, it was like, that was like a metaphor for me. You talk about, you got me, you know, the Bye Felicia, talking about you got me next time. It's like, it's a metaphor. It's like the girls, they always want to borrow from you, but you're not borrowing from me. You're wholesale stealing, and then you're making a living, you're getting an income from stealing. It's like a knockoff bag, what you're doing. You know? But people just don't see it that way. Like, I feel like to me, and let me be clear, if you want to get the knockoff, get the knockoff. But I'm just saying, personally, I would feel more like a boss bitch if when I walk in with the bag, can't nobody tell me nothing. Because I know that it's real. But let's just say you go in, you know, ain't got the fake Nikes. I have a friend that is always looking for a deal. And, you know, and I love you, girl. And I would never say anything in a way where the girls will publicly know. But, girl, sometimes you kill me because, bitch, you be like, oh, girl, these are the new this and the new that. And you be looking for a deal, girl. And the logo's a little bit crooked. And, girl, it's not real. See, to me, I feel like I don't want to be that bitch to be like, oh, girl, I'm coming through with a bag. And now I have to hope nobody knows what the real thing looks like. If you come through with the real, then you can be confident in what you're serving. Because if you like me, then great. Because this is who I am. So I never have to feel like, oh my God, okay, so today here we go. Okay, like, because, bitch, you said, girl, I love a good deal, too, but there is a line, and let's be clear, girl, I've had a few fake bags. That's the reason how I know to stay away from them. Girl, I've had a few fake bags before. One time I had a pretty decent Fendi, but girl, to be honest, don't even know if it was a decent Fendi. It was a good bag. How about this? It was a cute purse. Because back then, Google wasn't really popping off like that. So I didn't go on Ask Jeeves to see this season's Fendi to even see if that particular Fendi was even in the catalog. Because this could have just been a purse that said Fendi. I mean, it was just a nice purse with the Fendi. Girl, but Ask Jeeves back then did not have the database that would have been required because, you know, these days, you know, you can type in whatever you want on Google and right away she got results for you. Back then with Ask Jeeves, who else did we have? Dogpile. I think she came a little bit later on, girl, but by then, Dogpile girl, it was already a dog pile. You know what I'm saying? So she kind of got lost within the pile. But yeah, you know, I didn't really look up the bag. It just looked like a decent bag, girl. But I paid $35 for it, or maybe $40. Because I had some money saved up, and I knew that I wanted to like step my cookies up, girl, by buying a fake bag. And I did go to Payless when I lived in Jersey with my grandfather. So however long ago that was. But I had gone to Payless or something. I had bought me some kit. Like, you wanna know what's so funny? You wanna know what's so funny? Hold on. So the shoes that I'm wearing in the Mother Pat video at the beginning when I'm doing the garbage fashion show. Okay, so those shoes, I got those in Jersey. I want to say I got those in Jersey, right? Feels like I got those in Jersey. Got those in Jersey. No, it might be because that Fendi bag was black and white. So those shoes are black. Okay, no, I got those in Jersey. Got them in Jersey. And I wore them one time to an event at a fucking skating rink in Newark or something. I don't fucking know what it was. Was it a skating rink? What was it? Some kind of event. It was kind of weird. It was so hood. But girl, I did come in there with my Kitten Hills. And I also came in there with my Fendi. And I also came in there with the blouse. But girl, I served you with no money what Miss Lawrence has been trying to serve you since the beginning. Because I got compliments in that hood-ass establishment because everybody was enjoying the effect that I served you because then I had combed out my locks. And remember they weren't really locks though. They were just twists that looked like locks. But in any case, so I had combed them out. And do y'all remember when I had the big little afro? And I had the afro and I had my hair. It was giving you real 70s because then I was giving you very 70s androgyny, bitch, because I had my eye makeup on, bitch. And they weren't like legitimate Kitten Hills, but they were Kitten Hills. Well, Kitten Hills, I mean, shit. You can see them. Go to Mother Pat at the beginning of the video. And then if those are Kitten Hills, girl, then those are Kitten Hills. But I just don't consider them Mother Pat Hills. They weren't platforms. So maybe they weren't kitten because they did have some reach on them. They just didn't have a platform to really elevate me how normally I would be. Then again, I'm not even gonna say normally because for this next video, I'm already putting the visuals together, you guys. You guys. But in any case, yeah, I wore that bag to the event. I got a lot of compliments on it. And then, but I think the little handle came off of my bag. I said, girl, okay, I don't got time for all that. Do you feel, let me see, what's the question? Do you feel like you've outlasted most of the, copycat girls who once got shot? Well, you know what? I think it might. I'll say yes. If I'm just gonna answer it just flat out, I would say yes. But I think it's obvious why I'm still here and why some of those girls may not be. You better come on in the jacuzzi, striking and posing. Got your nigga waiting, I'm a bitch. Cause I'm token, bitch. Girl, but I digress. It's not over, but it is coming to an end, gorgeous. But you know, the shows are recorded, my love. I know I've been behind on uploading them. Of course, you know that's because I was going through things in my life as far as my relationship. And then now being here. But we should be on a more... you know what? I don't listen to Dawn Richards on a regular basis, but I do like Dawn Richards. Some kind of way, maybe about a year ago, I stumbled across her on my recommended YouTube. And it was an interview that she was doing. I think maybe her latest project, what she was doing. And I don't know, just something drew me, you know, because when I did the thing for E, one of her band members was doing the chemistry test with me. Aubrey O'Day was one of the celebrities that they were trying to see if we can make this show happen for E. So when she was talking, I'm not going to go into what she was saying, but she was talking about Dawn at one point in that green room or wherever we were seated, all the talent. And so when I saw the interview, I was just like, for some reason, I was just like, let me see. Because let me just see for myself what this woman is serving. So, you know, I liked what I saw. I liked her mind. I liked the way she didn't strike me, at least not at that point. She didn't strike me as fake deep, which is very annoying to me, actually. I like when I feel like people are talking from the heart and they mean what they say and they're not trying to sound. It's different when you are profound, bitch. If you're profound, you're profound. But I hate when people try to be profound. Like, I think we talked about it before. When we were talking about SZA, with all due respect. Maybe if I met her and hit the blunt, maybe I would be right on that same level with her. But just watching her talk, I'd be like, sometimes it makes sense, but then most of the time it just sounds like she's trying to sound deep. Like, she'll take the most simple thing, and sometimes things do require explanation. But sometimes it's like, okay, so why did you get the Keebler crackers? Because these are my childhood favorite. That's all it required, just like that. You should just left it right there. But instead, you dealing with SZA, so it can't just be it's my childhood favorite. Well, when I was a child, you know, my dad took me to Coney Island, went to Coney Island, got me a t-shirt. We went to the photo booth, then we did the Ferris wheel. Went to the Ferris wheel, then we did the ring around the rose, we did the little carnival, the Ferris wheel. Did the Ferris wheel, then we did the bumper cars, then later on we did some penny slots, then we did blackjack, It's like, okay, but can we get to the cracker? Ah! My gosh! It's like that. Okay, so you went to Golden Corral, okay? All right, Target. Okay. And every time I think we're getting to the Keebler cracker and exactly how, why she buys it. Okay, then I went to Chapel Hill Beauty, got me some hair product. Okay, now we're on to the hair product. Then my first car was a Honda. Okay, now it's a Honda. All right, it's like, SZA, can we get to the damn bitch? Can we cut? Like, can we actually can we be literal, SZA, and cut half the story off the back end? Because she be going in with her explanation sometimes. And it will be one thing. You ever hear artists explain their art? There's one of two ways it can go. I've heard artists that I respect explain their art in interviews. And then it makes sense to me, like, that makes sense. And I can fuck with it. Because that makes sense. I'm sorry, you guys, for your headphones. Let me see if I could turn down my mic. That might be a good option. Let me see. Ooh. Nope, that was mute. Sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. It's just because I don't have my cord. I'm sorry, you guys. Well, here's the thing. If it does record, I don't know how it's sounding because I tried to get my levels right before I came on. I knew that there would be some type of issues, but, dang. And I'm trying to not get excited. That's why I was kind of thinking maybe I should save this show for when I'm in my apartment. But then I thought, no, because what it was is, Thanksgiving was just too hectic to do the live show. It was hella people over here, and, it's just a lot was going on. And so, but then I thought that's too long, because by then we'll be in December with no live show. So I was like, nah. And plus, I just wanted to, Gaga, girl, her explanation sometimes just send me like Sam Cooke. Another, you send me over the moon. You sent me over the moon. Came back around orbit. Came back to Earth. Forgot my Cheez-Its. Let's go. Like, girl, I can't. It was just that one part when you got hyped. Oh, so it's only when I get like... See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't wait till I can turn up. Because, see, with this mic, I can pretty much have my way and get as loud as I want. On this one, I can't. No, there's not a table read coming today, my love. Today is just going to be the live show, but there is a table read coming soon. Actually, I think the next table, because I have one already waiting, but I think I told my mother, I said, now, mommy, if I leave this house and we don't get one table read with you, my girls are going to kill me, girl. We got to do one table read. You're married now. Like, we have a few things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to get one table read. That'll probably be the next table read that I served you. Wait, did we already? Oh, my God. I record so much stuff. And I'm like, I just made a folder of all the videos that I just had sitting on my desktop that I haven't done anything with. Oh, yeah. But in any case, but yeah, let me just say this before we wrap up, because I think my mom, because I told her to give me 3 hours just to be safe, but then, I was meditating. I'm very into the meditation, and, I was meditating and just trying to center myself, because I feel like we're about to get on a roller coaster, you guys. And the last thing I want to do is get on that ride and not be ready for it. I feel like with what I'm about to be doing and how we're going to be doing it is going to require me to be as centered as I can be. It's going to require, I want to have fun and I want to enjoy it, but it's going to require responsibility, dedication. And I'm just praying and like asking the universe to provide me with the wisdom, the strength, the courage, all that shit that you need. Pour into me. Pour into me. Like, that's all I'm asking. Like, so I just been praying on it because it's weird to me that I always felt I would do it, but now it's like, but then I've also thought, I couldn't even imagine, how can I pay a car note? My braces. And I'm talking prior to me getting any of my dental work done. So go back like 3 years. Is there a difference between table read and NQ and table read is more of me talking about kind of what I just want to talk about. NQ is more impromptu. It's audience based as far as the topics are concerned. You know, I'm taking questions, I'm posing questions, and it's just more of an on-the-spot connection type of thing. That I think, although the table read does serve the plate that she needs to serve, it's not the same plate. And then I think also, too, when watching NQ back, you're also, although you're not there live, you're also still getting that live feel because you're seeing me interact with the family. You feel me? So I think that's just the, that's the distinction. But in any case, what was I was on something and then I lost my train of thought. What were we just talking about, you guys? You said, wait, you said it went completely off the rails? I got to go back and listen to it. I don't remember that. Oh, thank you. The dental work. That's right. So with the dental work, I knew what I saw. Like in my mind, I'm thinking, I feel like it would better my self-esteem to have my teeth the way they need to be. I would be happier. It would be healthier for my oral health. But I just couldn't figure out how. It was so much money all this shit, it's just so much money. And so I knew in my heart, because I wanted it so bad. You guys, I would go on YouTube. I must know every bitch on YouTube that got braces. Because I went and watched every fucking video, in particular, adults with braces. Like, all the adults with braces on YouTube, I know all of them. Because I watched them all. To do my research, I wanted it so bad. And I would pray on it, like, every other night. Like, please, please, help me figure this out. Because I couldn't figure out where that money was coming from. And then, as I started to earn more money, when I stopped giving people my life, and I took, command of my own destiny, that is when I opened myself up to earn more money. And when I started earning more money, it felt so surreal. And I'm not even used to it now. It's like I'm so appreciative. But it does. I mean, in a way, I don't know if I want it to get normal. I think it might, as long as you don't get unhealthy with it, which I probably could do, because I just know me, and I'll explain that in a second what I mean. But I think it's good to feel surprised when you can do those type of things, because then it makes it exciting. I get excited about when I go to McDonald's, because I remember when I couldn't afford McDonald's, or when McDonald's was like a luxury thing for me. Like, oh my God, I saved up, between last month and this month, and now I have, between those 2 months, money for me to spend $100. That was so much money to me, you guys. Making $100. If I could save up enough money between 2 months to have $100 saved after all my bills, that was like a good month too. Because it's just little things that eat up your money. Little things. Little things. You go out, $5 for the club, $2 for the drink, $5 for the drink. You leaving $3 or $4 for the tip. At least that was me, because I always, even when I was dirt poor, I was feeling like I don't want to leave with that tip. So that's why, I wouldn't get like the super, super duper expensive drinks, but I would do anywhere from $3 to $5. But when I go to like any place, anytime I can pay for something on my own, I'm always so thankful, and it feels so good. And I don't want to get used to it. I don't want to ever feel like, okay, can I just do, like, I want to always feel like, oh my God. I want to always have that childlike wonder when it comes to just learning and experiencing things like, what's on the menu today? What can I try on this menu today? Oh, like, how can I mix and match? How can I express myself in my clothing today? Like, I want to always be excited by that shit. Always, always, always. And so, but going into this apartment, that's like, I said before 30, I wanted car, braces, house. Or not house, but living on my own. And so I'm on track, you know what I'm saying? Financially stable, car, financially stable. I wanted my braces first, but it happened in different order. So, and actually, all of the things happened, but in different order, because the order what I wanted was financially stable, braces, car, apartment. That was the order that I wanted. But then it didn't happen that way. That's fine. Because again, I'm learning. It don't matter if it happens exactly how you want. I don't care how you get there. Just get there. If you can. I don't give a fuck how you get there. Just get there. And so as I sit here at the beginning steps of a new chapter of my own adventure, and I'm bringing the family in on this whole fucking thing, what we're doing, and it's like, it's scary, it's exciting, because I'm still feeling like it's crazy to me. I'm about to be a real adult up in here. Like, I can't believe it. Like, this is my house. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Q, 3 of my male supervisors tried to intimidate me in a meeting for not letting them get away with delaying my paperwork. Let me ponder on that. 3. What's your position at the job? The position are they, so they're your supervisor, so that means they're your boss. That's a tough situation. How long have you been with this company? Number 1, how long have you been with this company? And what do you think of this company? And what is number one? Then number 2, what's your line of work? Only reason I'm asking that is because I'm trying to figure out, because to me, it's one of 2 things. You have a few options. You can either handle it head on. And let me also be clear. Handling head on does not necessarily mean it has to go to the left. It just means you're addressing it. Now, there's a few things that only you can answer that I can't answer for you because I don't know these people. And that's going to determine what this advice is going to mean to you. But depending on your relationship with them and how reasonable these people are, you may have to go directly over their head. If they're reasonable people, and you, in general, you have a pretty okay relationship with them, then I would just, in a very lighthearted way, in a very diplomatic way, you know what I'm saying? And I hate that you even have to go through this because I hate it. Because that's why it's like when you work for yourself, you don't have to deal with any jerk-offs or fucking people who, you know what I'm saying, just want to get under your skin for whatever reason. But depending on your relationship with these people and how well you know them, what I might do is maybe first pull them to the side, maybe not all together, but just sing, individually. If that goes well, then I would continue until I get to the last one. And with each one, I would make it's not even a big deal. Oh, I spoke to Jack, and I was saying y'all was turning up the other day, but then throw this shit in there. And I'm paraphrasing, or not paraphrasing, but I'm just going off the top of my head. You can clean it up later. But then also throw something in there in a joking way. Next time, that first one, like Coral told you, that first one was free. That next one is going to cost you. As a joke. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Is it a fake? Wait a minute. What's going on? Oh, thank you. Who reported? Who? Come on, Quinn. Quinn said, girl, bye. Girl, she was reported before that plate even made it to, because what it was is she wanted to send that plate to the table. And Quinn said, I'm sorry, that one doesn't look right. One moment. Can we get a flag on that plate? And let me get this plate back. Okay, so first of all, and Quinn broke it down and sent that bitch packing. So, looks like this is the reason why the family is going to win. Because the girls, there's eyes on every side. And the girls don't play. The girls don't play. But anyway, moving beyond that. You know, so yeah, you guys, I'm so proud of us, what we've done, this community. It's just, I couldn't be more proud. I'm so excited to start. And really, and not only just that, but to complete. Like, I feel like my health transition, working on my blood pressure, working on my weight, you know, really trying to, let me lower this a little bit so I don't have to. I feel like, okay, there we go. Now I can kind of push back a little bit. Sorry about that. So, you know, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, you guys. And this has been a team effort. It's been a team effort. And it's just crazy to me because I think someone said in April, it's going to be 2 years we've been doing this. For 2 years. 2 years ago, I decided I'm going to be free. And I'm not going to give you permission to enslave me any fucking more. We're done here. I did that. And never looked back. Which is the reason why, you know, I want to pay it forward and make sure that we can, as a community, be positive. Whatever it is that you're trying to do in your life, I want to help you get there. If it's just by making you laugh, just by making you feel inspired, just something to fuel you a few times a week, kind of help you along. But you know, you good. We got you. You good. You know what I mean? So I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm counting down the days. Me counting. Because the thing is, I went October, what was it, like half of October, all in November, and I was ready to do even half of December. My God. I got other plans. I can't believe I was going to wait that long. But now, you know, it's looking like I'll be in there at the 1st. Get my alarm system set up. Get my utilities set up. My utilities. My cable. I've paid a cable bill before. Cable and internet before. So that won't be that unusual. But I have water, heating, and gas in my name. Like electric or whatever. That's in my name. Or will be when my mom gets back and we'll fill it out together. But yeah. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And like I said, the great thing about it is that you said, well, I'm having a meltdown with school and I have, well, you know what? And that's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? And it's stuff like that that makes me feel like that's what this shit is about. Because like I said, it's in my DNA. I'm here to entertain you. But I don't want to just entertain you. Like, this is a real community. Like, this shit is real. And at this point, like I said, you know, the same way how I'm speaking, it's like I'm speaking one thing at a time into existence. But that summer camp, I can't wait because I think it's important, especially when the girls feel comfortable. Because, of course, I want everyone to know each other, to feel comfortable. But how nice is it going to be when I have all this set up and we do that adult summer camp? And then it's like, you're getting to see all these people and have fun with these people and make these memories with these people. It's going to be a ball. It's going to be amazing. So, sidebar. This is a sidebar. I don't know how many of you guys know Brian. He's now the only thing about this lotion, see, that's that Chapel Hill Beauty shit. This shit is like drying the hell out of my hands. It's like, no wonder. I need to go and get some real lotion. This is not the real deal. They put some type of, they must have put a baby powder finish on here, girl. I do kind of smell like baby powder, girl. It smells like baby powder and Luster's Pink Oil Sheen Moisturizer. Because why the hell, I just put this shit on and now I'm feeling my hands like, I don't like the way that feels. Oh, okay, so good. So you know I'm good. I had a dream that I was at your apartment and we were watching Good Times. Now, I could see the apartment thing. Good Times, it was a dream, so we can't change the channel. But girl, we're going to have to change. Good Times, Good Times, I got to catch it I got to walk in on somebody watching Good Times. It's very rare that I watch Good Times on the fly. Like, oh, was Good Times on? What advice do you have to say to the girls that constantly targeted or excluded for no reason? there's no real easy advice in with regards to that topic. So that's one thing about it too with Pursue Acuity. I'm not here, real quick as a sidebar. I don't want to sell you on that fake guru shit because I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even believe in that, and I side eye a lot of these girls. I'm here to elevate with you. So that means I'm also trying to elevate myself as well as bring my girls with me. As far as excluded for no reason, and then don't let me forget the Bryant conversation. I'm gonna get back on that in a second. As far as being excluded for no reason and how you handle that, I'm gonna be honest with you, my love. There is no easy answer to that question. Now, here's what I would tell you. What I did was I looked for, which is honestly most important. I looked within to myself to search for what I was really wanting, because here's what I'm going to tell you. I don't know exactly how old you are, but what I would say is this. If you're at a point in your life where even if you're an adult, you can't afford to change your circumstance, because you can be an adult and still be in a shitty situation because you can't afford to do different, right? But let's just say you're an adult and you're in a shitty situation. Working a job that you don't like, and you're being excluded at that job and picked on at that job. That's why I said moments ago, it's all temporary. Start figuring out what happiness looks like to you. The type of friends that you want to attract. How they talk to you. How they treat you. How often do they invite you out? How often do you all go? Start envisioning what that looks like to you. Beyond that point, what they're doing to you is going to hurt. On some level, especially if you're not a person that is equipped to handle that type of treatment. It's going to sting because it's like nasty for no fucking reason. But at the same time, we can take that time where you're being mistreated. We could take that time and we could do something good. We could do some good with that time. Because they're doing what they're doing. But we need to figure out what you want to do. Is there a way that you can remove yourself from that situation? I would start there. If not, if it's like a work situation like our sister earlier, if it's a work situation, then we may need to talk other options. But all the while, be thinking, what do I really want out of life? Because any group that is targeting you or excluding you are not your friends. And I don't care whether or not it's a family or it's a friend that you've been known since 3. If you are going to exclude me for no reason, now, if there were a reason behind why you didn't get invited, fine. But if it's just, I'm embarrassed of you or whatever, then girl, it's paid. So it's like, I can tell you that there is a light at the end of that tunnel. And I can also tell you that this too shall pass. And I will also pile on top of that I don't want to say this. Let me say this and move on to the second half. That light is at the end. But it's not going to be easy getting there. You know, you come to the live show and you see me and you have respect for me, you have love for me, right? And you know what I've been through because you've been here. Like, you've been here throughout my story. Now, the stuff that you like about me, you can be that too. As far as, okay, I stuck in there. You respect it in me, see it in you. Stick in there. You know what I mean? But, so it's always a matter of being too weird or misfit. And you know what? That was my problem too. But it's not, then again, it wasn't my problem. It was their problem. I simply adopted the issue. And so, you're not a misfit because you fit in just fine here. I wouldn't have known you didn't have friends had you not said it. You fit in just fine around us. So maybe it's not that you're a misfit. Maybe you just don't fit their cutout of what a person is. And that's okay too. Go where people want you. You should never be tolerated. If they're tolerating you, pay it. Go where people enjoy you, want you around, and smile when they greet you. Whether or not you be different is fine. We're all different. But whether or not they want to accept you, let that go. It's a losing battle. Because even if they pretend to accept you, it's just pretend. It's just tolerance. I'm dealing with you. And then you start going into that weird shit where it's like then people, you know, you're a misfit, but you have these friends and then they use you because the reality is you really have nothing in common, but you have a car. So there's that one friend that's different from everybody else because they have the car. So we're not really friends though. And I agree with that. I agree with that person 100%. So let me get on to Bryant real quick. You know, some of you know him. I see some people were saying that they just looked him up. Some people followed him, which is great. So, you know, we follow each other, he and I, of course. Well, not of course, but he and I, we follow each other. He's a colleague, if you will. Anyway, I told him, I just said, just in an offhanded way in one of the comments, I said, bitch, when we going on tour? You know, because he does music. And no problem, my love, no problem. And so he said to me back, he said, girl, what did he say? He said, bitch, let me know. Now, what I'm thinking is if the deal goes through with this record label, it's getting hella dark up in here. Let me see if I can lighten this shit up real quick, you guys. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Okay. Just lighten it up a little bit. It's getting like super dark. Okay, there we go. That might be a little too... Well, no, that's okay. I can live with that. So, oh, that's it. So I said that to him. He was just like, I can't remember exactly how he responded, but something like, bitch, let me know. Like, let's do this. So, and then once upon a time, Joanne Prada, wanted to do a song with me a little bit before she blew up. Right now, I think she's beyond, and it's not in a shady way, because I'm sure at some point we might could do something, but right now, just where her career is taking her, she's not on a level to where it would even make sense for me to get her now. Because she's doing too much in a good way. She's doing too much. So she needs to continue to ride her way to solidify her bag and do what she's doing. But Bryant and myself, although Bryant is accomplished, I would say Bryant is accomplished, but I just feel like he could be bigger. And so I'm thinking Bryant, and then maybe like although Duran, because sometimes she be posting some stuff on my Facebook, and I'll be like, girl, I be having to just scroll on by. I don't be saying too much, because I like him, and he's extremely gifted vocally, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, girl, it could be Alexia by Rain meets Joanne, who knows? You never know. But, or why I was actually mentioning her, though, was actually to say musically, because I know that Joanne does a lot of music, too, and so with Joanne, I'm thinking like getting all the girls that I kind of came up with and knew, kind of doing like a little tour. Because, you know, if I work out this deal with this record label, they're already talking about putting me on this and doing that and music videos. And I'm sure if I pitch the touring idea, I'm sure they're like, if we put this campaign together, we can do it won't be nothing big. It'll be like small locations where, like, here in Atlanta, like the Masquerade, which is not a super small location, but it's not like the Fox. It's something where you can fit maybe like 2,000 people. And I feel like if it were me, Bryant, maybe we had somebody like a Duran or just another girl who's musically, you know, inclined. I got too much lotion on now because now my hands are just like not absorbing. It's like, okay, girl. But it's not my fault. It just feels super dry. Like, why the hell do my hands feel super fucking dry? You wanna know what's so crazy? So, it's like slippery too, girl. And I'm like wiping it on my clothes. Okay, you don't see it. I was just wondering if you could see it on my clothing. Yeah, she is taking the hydration out. It is. I'm telling you, like, I feel like every few seconds. It's every few seconds. But look, $6.99. Can you see that? And what else? 50% off, girl. Can you see that? Girl, bye. Girl. I should have known. 50% off $6.99 is like, wait, what's the ingredients? It says water. Girl, now I can tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm telling you. Tell me one ingredient that is extremely drying. Tell me one ingredient. Just the first ingredient that comes to your mind. First ingredient. Think about drying. Okay, alcohol. If you know anything about ingredients, what I've learned about ingredients, they say the first 3 ingredients are the most of what it is. First ingredient is water. So that explains kind of this thin consistency. You do need water in there somewhere, but it's super, like, it doesn't have any weight to it. The second ingredient is alcohol and hand lotion. Water and alcohol as the top ingredient. First two things on the list, water, then alcohol. It explains the whole thing. I knew there was something off about it. Because I'm like, after so long, it's like, I just put lotion on, but my hands would feel like I didn't put nothing on. Like, I can already feel now, they look moisturized. They just don't feel it. Like, as I'm seeing it, it looks okay. It just, you know. You said, what's the third? What's the third? So it's water, alcohol. What's the third thing? I don't know what this is. Polysorbate 60. So some shit that probably is another drying agent. Who fucking knows what that is? So here's the deal, you guys. We're going to get ready to wrap up the show. I need to get ready to fix me a plate of food, try to squeeze in a little workout, something. Because I kind of fell off a little bit with my little push-ups and whatever I was doing. I was looking like something for a while, got lazy, and boom. So, and then, you know, it's also holiday season right now, so there's hella food. And it's so funny. My sister is so fucking... It's like, and it's not even just her, it's everyone. It's like, everybody I know is posting so many things, or did post so many Thanksgiving photos. Now, at my table, I was the only one who really is a real social media person. And my sister must have done 30 videos, photos, posing with the food, different angles, different positions. And I'm just like, girl, eat the food. It's going to be cold. Like, that's one of the reasons why I feel like I'm not further along in my career, because it's very hard for me. Because for me, I be feeling like when I'm in a moment, I just want to be in the moment. I don't have time to be like, oh, let me take my phone out before I dive into this slice of cake with this ice cream that's melting. You know, let me take a picture first. Then let me do a video. Hey, girl, wish you were here. Then let me also go ahead on and snap it. Then let me re-snap it and repost it on Tumblr. Then it becomes so much. And it just becomes hard. But then I see other people do it. You wanna know why it's easier maybe for her to do it? Because she don't have to do it for a living, to where it's like, girl, I don't got time for all that. Like, I got to focus on my next plate, girl. Got time to... I'm more interested in serving you a plate. My job is to serve you plates, not to serve you a facade. Like, just eat. If it's so good, then just eat. Or take a picture. Take a picture. But when I see, like, okay, so one picture with the drumstick. Grandma with the drumstick. It's entertaining at first, but okay. Now, about 3 minutes later, Uncle Johnny with the drumstick. How many more do we got of these? I'll keep going. We just got a few more 5 minutes later. Carol down the street with the drumstick. Okay, girl, I'm sorry. I love you. I can't do this with you. Because it's like, I mean, if anything, can we get a picture of people actually enjoying the food? Maybe do a Vine snap of everybody chowing down like, this is what it's supposed to look like. Everyone, no struggle plates. You know, everybody's enjoying themselves. Boom. Let it be done. Let the rest of the night just be food and fun and joy and... I don't got time for all of that. That's just me. But then again, do what you want. Do what you want. I'm just saying personally, I can't. Same. I'm not big on social media. Moving side. Yeah, I don't be pressed. I'm just going to be so real with you. And I be feeling like with my line of work, it would be better if I was... This is hard for me. I just don't feel it's genuine. Like, I just feel like, how much fun could you really be happening if you recorded the entire Beyonce concert? I can't imagine that. When I think about the times where I had the most fun, it's those times where I was in it. In it. Those moments where I'm like, in the past, like if you go to my Instagram and it's too much, like I'm out, then again, I started to make an example. And as I'm saying it, it's like it's not even true. Because when I went to an Electric Daisy Carnival, you got one picture from that entire few days. One. I don't actually think I've done anything where I've done that. Like, I have pictures, but the pictures that I have will be shit that... So, for instance, I'm in bed, and something happens. It's hilarious. If you go onto my Instagram timeline, just scroll down. Most of the time, it's like bathroom pictures. Just something where it's like, okay, let me take a picture. I feel weird. People are following me, and I don't post shit. You know, so I'm like, let me do a little bathroom picture. Or it'll be like something funny, and then I'll record it off the TV. Like, I'll get my phone and record it on the TV or YouTube or something like that, and then I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? That way. But then I can go back and rewind that and then watch it again. It's not happening live. It's not like I'm watching a play or something. Something to where it's happening with real people in front of my face. Then maybe. But when I see people out at concerts and it's like they're recording, then they're going back to watch the recording. Because that's another thing that my sister was doing. She was recording with the food. Everybody is eating. Everyone. We're all at the table now. She's the chef. She's been cooking overnight. I mean, she had a crab crawl or but I don't know what you call that shit. Whatever. It's a seafood bucket. And inside the bucket, it'd be corn, potatoes, shrimp, crawfish, lobster, crab. It'd be all kind of shit up in there. So she had some type of bucket boil shit that she did that I don't like seafood, but it was very pretty. It was pretty. So I could see, and then she cooked homemade pies and cakes. So I could understand her wanting to, you said, and when she finally sits down, it's like, right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could understand her wanting to take a picture of that because that was a lot of food that she made in 24 hours. But then what will happen is she'll be like, hey, y'all, we eating like kings up in here. Girl, you can't take it. Girl, look at all this food. Isn't it good? Look amazing to me. Then she pulling up the bread. Homemade buns. And they were not homemade, girl, but I'm going to let you live. But she was just like, homemade buns. Girl, don't you wish you were doing it like me? See how Instagram is always selling you a facade? That was my sister, and she did it. She right there holding the buns. Don't go what you got from Publix. But here she is on camera. Girl, everything did. Homemade, everything made. You know? And then it's homemade. But yet it's not homemade. And I don't even know why she would lie about the buns because everything else literally was homemade. So that's why she can live because it was just the buns. But why lie about the buns? If it had been me, I would have just been like, girl, I did all the cooking, so fuck these buns. Girl, we gonna hit you up aside with some Hawaiian dinner rolls. And girl, why everything had to be homemade? Whatever was not homemade, I would just say that. That's fine. So what? Because, bitch, look at your mac and cheese. Your mac and cheese just looks like pasta with cheese on it, bitch. That's not even mac and cheese, bitch. So you ain't going to get on me on my dinner rolls when, bitch, your mac and cheese just look like some shit you threw together last minute when you remember that today was Thanksgiving. This plate, where's the turkey at, bitch? She got on a platter, on a silver platter, slices of turkey, bitch, not actual turkey. Bitch, this is serving me some, you know them chefs that be like, okay, so now it is time to serve you a plan. They be like, we're serving you oxtails. And you be like, ooh. Even though I don't really fuck with oxtails like that, but let's just say you like oxtails. Ooh, oh, he's serving us oxtails. But you know, today, in the world you live in today, they been done brought you out the oxtail, got you all excited like legendary. Oh, we gotta pay homage to people that I highly respected and wanted to meet. And I don't really do a lot of that death shit where people die and then all the pictures you post in. I think maybe once I've done that. Normally I just respect them in private. But Mother Della Reese, I loved and regularly looked her up on YouTube to watch her at her church and stuff like that because I really did enjoy her. And then Dick Gregory, those two, I was like, okay, girl, so we do have to pause real quick and pay homage. But all I'm saying is, it's like, okay, today, you know, the girls will send you a plate and you be real excited, but then you get to it. Okay. So you reimagined oxtails. It's not actual oxtails. Well, no, it's oxtail, but it is different. It is better. Portions, he's going into portions, bitch. I didn't know you were a nutritionist. I asked for... Okay, well, all right. So now this bitch is trying to tell me my dietary needs and my portions. But bitch, that's not what she's here to do. But I will allow her to live because I'm not trying to tear up this nice-ass restaurant. But bitch, this is not an oxtail, bitch. What is this? It's like a brown piece of paper with some yellow, like a toothpaste swirl at the top. What is this? And then you taste it. It's an oxtail sorbet. Okay, so what he did was, then you want to throw up. Because what this nigga did was he took the oxtail, pureed her some kind of way, threw an egg up in there, firmed that shit up, and served you some fucking oxtail frosting bullshit. That is not in style. Girl, oh, let me stop because I forget this audio, girl. Okay, see? Okay, you know, let's wrap this shit up. Because, girl, I can't even hit you how I want to hit you. Like Brittany, and these plates are only getting more and more intense. You said I should do food review parodies I might. I never thought about it. Never thought about it, but you never know. That actually could be. It made me laugh out loud. And that's actually how I do my ideas most of the time. 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, if I don't laugh at the idea that I'm thinking, I don't do it. It need to make me laugh. Cause I feel like I'm very like that shit is corny. I feel like so many people are corny. It's like being homeless, you know, being unwell and shit. What was I saying? That's my train of thought, girl. We talk. There's so much shit. We take number 158. What was I just saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, no, that's a lie. I thought I had it and then I didn't. You should watch the Marks and Spencer's food ads and parody that. I might. You have to, Henny, remind me. That I'm actually kind of liking this idea. Oh, I don't know if this is what I was going to say, but this is what I'm thinking now. Yeah, so with me, when I watch that's what I was going to say. I feel like some people are corny. When I watch my own material, if I'm not 100% in it, I trash it. Because to me, even putting out work that is not your best work for what you can do with your circumstances. I'm not saying, oh, right now you should be at the Ritz. If you can't afford the Ritz, don't do the Ritz. But wherever you can afford to make it better, should be better. And for me, I'm an honest critic of myself. And so when I put something out there, by the time I put it out, that means I thought it was good enough. But how many hours did not ever come out? Because I felt like I was tired. No, that felt like I was just trying to get a plate done so that they'd have, lunch for school tomorrow. But at the same time, girl, I'm just going to have to wake up early and serve this and make this lunch early in the morning, girl, because this plate's a turd. She's going to open up this lunchbox and say, okay, so, Mother normally serves us a legendary gourmet plate, but, okay, I'm seeing a halo orange. Okay, I'm seeing a P&J. And, okay, mommy, you tripping. Because, if you were going to serve me a bag of chips, fine. But, girl, really? Sun chips? Original, girl. Original. Not the cheddar ones. Not the flavored ones. Original. You said, Q tries British food. Ooh. Okay. Seriously? To the team? Do not. I'm going to try to remember because I need to get my lunch. Because what time is it here on the East Coast? It's 5:33. I haven't had a single thing to eat all today. If you start my day, I ate something around 3 a.m. But then if you start my day at 8 o'clock a.m., from that point to now, I haven't had anything. So now I'm starting to feel like, okay, I'm a little hungry. But let me just say this. I love you guys so much. I want to thank you again for your continued support. I love you guys more than words can say. You already know the drill, baby. Matter of fact, did we? Nah, I was going to play us out with something. Nah, that's all good. You know what? I know you guys love me, and I know y'all are rooting for me, and that's the reason why I go so hard for my team, and I'm always going to go hard for y'all because I know y'all fuck with me. And so that means that everything I do is always going to have love, and the end goal is always going to be to put a smile on your face, regardless of whatever it is, to let you know that you're good, you're okay, you're protected. We got you. And so that being said, you already know the drill, baby. V.S. the best will always come through. And as always, until next time, baby. That's all there is.